in my gym here in Moscow.
In your gym?
Yeah, we had. Now he's not training in our gym. We had a black sportsman athlete from Africa, and once upon a time I don't know, played my songs from my playlist, and I have songs like country. But not racist. About take me home, country roads, West Virginia. And we're training like 1 hour or 1.5, and he said to our coach like, I don't know, can you put off these racist songs? Like this.
Where was he from?
Africa.
Africa.
Yeah. He said like these songs colonized us, something like that.
He's too much into it.
After 1 hour
of the songs.
Yeah.
You know what to say? Like you get the reincarnation of someone. It only triggers after like 1 hour. Like woke up. What do you call it? PTSD.
He's like, have I been listening to Country Road for the last hour? I'm getting colonized.
Actually, do you know the song by what's his name? I forgot his name. It's Born in the USA.
Oh I forgot it too, but
I forgot his name. They sing it.
Bon Jovi, not?
No. Born in the USA. Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen. So this song, like they play it in holidays and everything, and they like celebrate Born in the USA, and everyone's like, if you listen to this song, it talks about how veterans are treated like shit.
That's a sad story.
Yeah, and some people go, like, you should know why Bruce Springsteen did it, you know?
There's a similar thing. There's this big like Kendrick Lamar song that's played in the parties. It's called Swimming Pools. Maybe you know it?
Yeah, of course.
It's about alcohol. No, it's about.
It's not Usher. It's Kendrick.
No, that's R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
Same shit. Yeah.
They're all singers.
No, but like the whole idea is like singers, it's about alcohol.
All the singers.
It's about being addicted to alcohol, and it's like when he says drink, everybody takes a shot. That's how we do it, at least with my friends. And I'm like, you know that the song is about alcoholism. They're like, we don't care. It's a banger. Fuck it.
It's the same as like in Russia when they, St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, of course. Irish holidays.
Irish holiday. I love that. Here they wear the kilts, the Scottish kilts, and everyone is like Scottish. Like, it's a big difference, if you guys get it. No.
So what's the story about Scottish kilts?
Scottish kilts is they wanted to free their balls. They have big balls.
No,
I don't know.
I believe you, really.
There's this joke where it's like, oh, why do Scots wear kilts? And it's because sheep can hear a zipper from a mile away. Arkadii, Scottish people fuck sheep.
Not only Scottish. So you're Scottish? I didn't know that.
No, man.
First of all, for our audience, I want to say, I know that, guys. In usual regular life, and always.
Why is that about to say nobody cares?
No. And always we have a toxic atmosphere.
Of course.
We're joking,
Yeah.
No, that's no joking. We're just a toxic atmosphere.
Yeah. Okay.
Please don't mix it.
Oh, and that podcast is gonna be like friendly atmosphere or toxic.
100%.
No. When I said when I said friendly, I mean we are friends.
But friends are toxic.
But we are toxic.
You guys are friends. I'm here just for the laptop. Bring my laptop.
No, you're here just for the money, because.
Yeah, because I'm gonna spend it all on the shisha right now when it comes.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Since you brought it up, is being friendly being toxic?
No problem.
Between friends, is it being toxic?
No. I'm ready.
It's a question. I'm asking, is being friendly, like you joking with your friends?
You mean does it toxic to be friendly?
Is it toxic?
No, it means the opposite. Is it? So are friends toxic to each other?
No, like he said, we're friends, friendly, and we'd be toxic to each other.
Yeah.
So my answer is that's your definition of friends. Like you and your friends, when you sit and talk, it's toxic all the time.
No, actually, it depends.
Wait.
It depends. Yeah. It depends. Just let me explain. What the?
It's fine. This is commercial.
Product placement.
This is the macaca. At least he called it once macaca for like, what was the reason you called it macaca?
You know
So
what macaca mean? Monkey.
monkey, yeah.
Monkey?
I think so.
In
Yeah.
Russian, bro.
Really?
I didn't. I
I
did.
think you don't. I don't think you know that.
No. Here's the thing. I thought
I think
I thought it meant an animal. But I didn't know which one it is. I thought it's from a cartoon, actually, a Russian cartoon.
What cartoon?
I thought. I don't know.
It's just from a random cartoon, like.
Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. So about your question. Actually.
I don't
Come
remember
back.
the question. You have to repeat it.
Yeah,
Actually.
you're asked me why I'm, like different determinations, so like being toxic and being friendly. Why it's
Yeah.
different for me? Actually, for me, it's not different. Friends can be toxic. That's not a problem. But I mean, I'm asking more about atmosphere on this podcast, on your show, guys.
No, it's very whatever you want it to
Bipolar.
be.
Yeah, it's like
Bipolar.
Bipolar,
That's an understatement for what this is gonna be.
The whole idea is just us having fun, blowing off steam. I used it.
Well, it's more like smoke, but steam. You know.
It sounds better.
Yeah.
Oh,
Blowing off smoke. No.
nah.
how do you say?
Blowing off smoke would be a great podcast for the Catholic priest. Like.
I don't get it. When they choose the Pope.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When they choose the kid.
Actually, I finally.
Vote for Bobby.
I wonder if it like that if it's white, I think if it's white that means they didn't choose. I think. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And if it's red, the smoke. If it's red, that means they chose.
I didn't know.
Gender party, you mean?
It's like a gender reveal. Yeah.
And now there are so many, genders and pronouns. I wonder how many smokes they
You
have.
pop a balloon, it's red. Oh, he's gonna be a pope.
Yeah.
Wow. No, actually, I did some research because Abed and I had this dilemma where we didn't know if the name of the podcast was already taken or not. And we googled it one time, and then we saw something like blowing off steam, and we're like, "Fuck, somebody took it." And we think, but then I did it yesterday again, and turns out nobody took the name.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was just episodes named "Blowing Off Steam."
Losha, what is in the Italian?
Double level, raspberry, wild strawberry and strawberry.
Wild strawberry and strawberry.
And
I
normal
swear-
strawberry.
I swear to God, just do I know Yabok and you're not bullshitting.
You can try.
I am trying it, but because it's amazing. Thank you so much. I'm not good at
Yeah,
talking
thank you
about
for Alex.
Thank you, Losha.
Here.
it. It's fine, it's fine.
How-
You don't need to look at me like you're gonna kill me.
Aye.
No. He looks like it's poisoned.
Oh man, that's normal.
Yeah.
Fuck what? Yeah, it's the name of the podcast is not taken. I'm so happy
Oh,
about
that's
it.
cool.
Yeah.
What did I find when last time?
I think you found the same thing I found, which is episodes named "Blowing Off Steam" because there's this one podcast about English idioms, and there's what does "blowing off steam" mean?
Okay.
I just want.
I think this is what Arkadii is gonna go. He's like blowing off steam, and then he's gonna see our podcast and he's like, "Fuck this shit! I wanna learn English."
What would be the equivalent? But you understand what blowing off steam means?
Actually, not at all.
Please explain it.
So see steam.
You said it to me, but,
Yeah.
but I forgot. That was
Yeah.
20 minutes
So
ago.
it's like an idiom that means like to
It's like a quote. Yeah.
idiom.
Idiom. Okay. Yeah.
It means like to get.
Phraseologism. I don't know.
Yeah.
Phrase. Yeah.
It means to get stuff off your chest, like.
Mm-hmm.
So you talk it out, basically.
And
we're talking-
like you pissed off, like
Yes,
Yeah.
and you let shit out
and
from
yeah,
your
and
mouth.
and you cannot keep it in yourself, and you're just
Yeah,
what the
exa-
shit is going on?
Exactly. Yeah.
No.
And
Now, my
Blowing off-
question is, in Russian, what would be the equivalent to blowing off steam?
Well, that's a good question. I think we have one word, and I think Omar know it. Не втерпешь. Невтерпёж.
It means you won't hold it in for long.
You know, like...
Oh man,
The-
that
oh,
happens to me for the last 3 weeks.
Actually, I
man.
don't know how to say it in
Like you-
English, but I know how to say it in Arabic.
How's it?
You know, sabr.
Sabr?
Sab-
Sabr.
Sabr is patience.
Yeah.
Or you mean the plant?
No,
Also
no, no.
cactus.
Sabbar.
Sabbar is also cactus.
No, I mean patient.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot this word.
Yeah.
Невтерпёж, it's like, I don't know, literally translate, терпёж, it's patient.
Yeah.
Терпение
Yes.
in
Yeah.
Russian. Невтерпёж means like no in passion.
Not
Ye-
patient.
Yeah. So we can call it if you want to pee.
So ADHD.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
I need to check it. So
Imagine if there's someone with ADHD who works like as a counselor for AA meeting, like for example Alcoholics Anonymous. And they have ADHD.
I think nobody.
Because I don't know if I have ADHD, but I am too like hyper for my own good. But one thing is, like I cannot focus on one thing.
No,
too long.
you definitely have, because actually my opinion, maybe I'm not right, but
You're not right. If you say I'm not right, that means you're not right. man.
no.
From
Like,
experience.
I think
Girlfriend.
90% of comedians have ADHD.
Ah.
90. No. Just
Then I hope I'm in the 1%. I have ADHD.
so you're a DJ.
But no, like I have a problem. For example, like Omar, like saw this. Like when we talk about a certain thing, I just go like somewhere else, and I have no idea what I'm talking about. And then I go like to another subject, and I forget what the second subject I was talking about.
Bro,
I'm simplifying ADHD too much, but
when I'm watching a podcast, and I'm a huge fan of podcasts in Russian, in English, and when I'm watching podcasts and they are, like change topics very quickly. Oh, bro, I'm just
I don't mind
End
it.
of the story.
That's what I like.
Really?
I don't like. Yeah, because I'm not. I like because my mind goes off a lot. So I might be listening. Oh, he's talking about his girlfriend, and then I zone out. And now he's talking about computers, and I'm like, oh, well, I forgot what you're talking about. But hey, I can keep
I
up
think
with
you
the.
like it because it's like natural conversation.
Maybe, yeah.
Because it's like in real life.
Yeah.
POV.
First person shooter. All you need is the gun and the demons from Doom. Have you ever played Doom?
Doom, yeah, of course. That's old,
I've never.
old game.
That's a game.
Pixel game.
That's a game for someone with ADHD. You don't
Yeah,
just
yeah.
go.
Yeah. Oof. No, man.
Oh man, I played all those.
And
games.
after Doom, we had Duke Nukem. Remember?
I'm the one who remembers, man. I was the one in pixels looking.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I can make the top of her bra. I can see it. Just pause, man. Wait, don't move any closer.
Nah.
Give me the tissues.
So we should change the name of this podcast to the Old Nerds.
The only
Motherfucker.
the only pixels I see is in Japanese porn, honestly, man.
Do you know why this happened?
It's because the way they distribute their videos, like they can't show it,
Yeah.
which is weird. Like, if you can't show a penis in porn, like, what's next? You can't show
Well,
like.
the Japanese culture, we cannot understand that.
Oh.
Actually, you can understand it really well.
Man, no, the hentai shit. Phew.
You know?
Uh,
You're not
You know this concept of something called loli.
yeah. That 13 years girls.
Yeah, it's not 13. It should. Well, what it says on the thing, it's like these are other women, but they act as if they're younger.
Yeah, of course.
It has so much. Don't ask me how.
You know that's how we call it like hole in the low.
Hole in the wall.
Hole in the low, like can I say in Russian?
Yeah.
Sure.
Дыра в законе. Знаешь?
You should have not.
Loophole.
Loophole, yeah.
Loophole,
Loli is a loophole, you know?
Ah.
Yeah, exactly, and it has its audience. Like it has its audience, but the thing is,
Лазейка in Russian. Sorry.
no problem, no problem. Like keep on interrupting. I hate you even more.
Ah.
But it has its culture. But when you look at their culture, we talked about this like last episode. is how their culture is, and like they don't have free time. At the same time, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Mm.
1,000 hobbies they have. Actually, I didn't know any country where so many different hobbies. Yeah, I don't know how to call it.
Yeah.
So what do you mean they have 1,000 hobbies?
Like, look, in Japan, you can, anime. So, sumo, judo from that country.
Yeah.
One of the
you mean-
popular martial arts from Japan. One of the greatest cartoons from Japan, Hayao Miyazaki. You know that?
The cartoonist.
Yeah.
Well, anime, but yeah.
Olympic sport, judo from Japan. Anime from Japan.
You mean
I don't know
they
what,
created a lot of stuff.
Technologies from
Yeah,
Japan.
yeah.
Sony PlayStation from Japan.
So-
Any like part of people, part of human beings' life. I don't know, like technologies. Masturbation, porn.
Japan has a hand in it.
Yeah. And in that, Japan is yeah.
You know? Yeah, but
No, it's just
like one thing they have, which I was so fascinated by, which is the suicide forest.
Yeah,
Aokigahara.
Aokigahara.
You know,
Of course, I know. Yeah.
I was once doing like because I want to go to Japan. So I was like, okay, that
That's
sounded
your
very
point.
weird. Okay, but
First Muslim in this.
great segue.
forest. You know.
I just want to how do you call it, to pray for them.
Instead of a rope, you're just gonna hang yourself with the shisha thingy, like the. I was like,
No, man. But that's a waste of schlong. That's a waste of
Just imagine you're walk to this forest and you see like Aomi Hakogakara, I don't know, like Satoshi Habakota and Abed, what's here, brother? Brother, what you doing here?
I'm just sitting on one branch of the tree. I've always wanted to sit here.
You know, once I said to my friend, like, I want to go to LA, but I'm in Los Angeles, definitely. And he said to me, because in Russian, forest Aokigahara, it's mean les Aokigahara. LA,
okay.
les and A. And he said to me, like, you want to go to the forest Aokigahara? And I said, what? No, you're a depressive piece of shit. I want to go to California.
Like, there's exhibitions that take you there. Yeah.
really?
And I was like, wait, what?
Exhibition of what?
Exhibition, like
Yeah, I know what is exhibition.
Yeah,
like,
you
in museum.
not a museum. Like
That's-
you can go like with a group of tourists there.
Yeah.
Excursion in Russian.
Excursions, yeah.
Excursion, yeah.
Yeah, man.
And
In that forest.
Excursion.
Excursion in
Yeah,
that
to the
forest.
forest. It was like it's paid $2,000 to $4,000. I was like, well, I don't have $200.
So,
But,
and you can see cars.
and then if you can't afford it, you go inside and kill yourself.
or you go there in debt, you know?
Yeah.
You take out the debt from one bank and you go.
How to call the general man of the excursion?
Tour guide.
Tour guide, yeah, host of the excursion.
Yeah, the host.
The host.
He's fucking Jigsaw.
Here,
You know, Jigsaw
the host.
Saw.
The host, he goes after every dead guy and does 5 minutes, like.
Just imagine how that guy, goes to the forest with a group of, tourists and go out alone.
This is Abed Oasis.
Yeah. First Muslim.
Actually, I used to have a joke. I haven't done this. Like, I used to have a joke is like that someone is pointing at me and goes like comedian. He wanted to become like he wanted to be a comedian, but he fucked up. He killed himself after 40. That's why nobody knows him.
How many years are you now?
Too many.
Okay.
39. Anyways, yeah.
Oh man. Did you know, because we're speaking about the Asian countries, did you know what about South and North Korea, what they're doing? Because so South Korea was sending balloons filled with movies, like food and everything,
Yeah.
to North Korea.
I didn't hear about it.
Yeah,
I
that's-
hear only about that North Korea sent balloons with the shit and trash.
Exactly, yeah. It's
Yeah.
because
Shit and trash, which was the pictures of the president.
Oh,
So finally-
I just imagine like with the fucking South Korean government saying this shit is not gonna fly here. No, but like it's so funny, like because in the South Korean people's eyes, the only thing that's gonna save North Korea is like Gangnam Style, and not like
They should send them Japanese porn.
yeah.
They'll be like, but like, do you think I don't know. This is gonna sound weird. Do you think they have sex in North Korea?
Yeah, of course, only in missionary pose. And you need to look into her eyes, you know.
Into her eyes. You mean there's only one guy who fucks everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know his name.
You see, I don't know if this is true or not. The one where like the Chinese military is standing and there's like a needle, like how they keep their pose.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's North Korea. North Korea.
North Korea.
I think so.
Maybe Chinese.
Well, one country with not too much freedom, and for the president, but like they have this. It's such an interesting like in the Arab world, like we have dictators, but they never did this. They just no. You will worship me. You don't worship me. You will worship me in prison. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I remember my uncle, he wanted to go to the army, and he went to the army academy, and the way he quit is they gave him a needle and they told him measure the cell or the block where everyone, like, tell me how many needles it is, and he goes like, fuck you, I'm not gonna do this, and he just leaves.
He quit the army?
He quit the army.
You can?
Well, the army academy.
Ah, okay.
Then he just had to.
That's like university, yeah? Like,
Yeah.
And then the moment he found someone else to do it, they're like, you're hired. You don't need to, you graduated already.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were talking about toxic friends.
No. Actually, that's interesting topic. You're about no needles in Arabic armies, but it's obviously that Asian countries, especially China, North Korea, they're more disciplined than Arabic countries because that's not only about mentality, that's about everything.
Oil.
Weather, oil, maybe. No, they have a lot of. China have a lot of,
But nobody goes to China. Yeah.
I was in China.
No, I mean nobody.
For oil,
nobody messes with China.
Yeah, of course. I don't know. Maybe I'm not right again, but I was in China, and I'm not feel like that's not a free country, or I not feel like insecure. I don't know. I was in China, and there, bro, they're so like chilling, vibing party in China, bro. That's fucking amazing.
But here's the thing: you can also like party in the Arab world.
You can drink, you can smoke. Everything is free. Like
Actually, but I know in China there's this thing where sometimes, especially for foreigners, they do is like they check if they like drug test you randomly.
Yeah.
And even if you did drugs, like let's say you're Russian and you did drugs in Russia and you come to China, they can put you in prison for that shit.
My cousin, he's in.
I don't know for sure.
Well, this is what I heard. So
I forgot where he is. He's Guangzhou maybe or whatever. And I was talking to him some time ago. They had a suspicion of someone having COVID. This was like 1 year ago, year and a half ago. And what they did is they closed the whole residential area, like maybe a few kilometers. They closed it, and they were doing tests. You stay in your house. You don't leave your house. They did this. They did 2,000 tests every day. I think they were doing 2,000 tests. Imagine. And also, like if you look at how their culture already monitored. Like for example, the chat that they can use is WeChat.
Yeah. I have the chat.
You have,
If you want, I can show you.
And it's I used to have my old phone. Just that's the only way to talk to them. And what he told me is like this is monitored. So basically, everything is monitored.
So government can afford it.
Of course, they can afford it. They have the workers.
4 billion hands.
Well,
Include kids.
There's the forbidden include adults. Kids is already a given, my guy.
And one thing, it's so funny that he's a rapper.
Yeah.
And he
Raper. Rapist.
Not in Russian. By the way, for people who don't know, rap in Russian is. What does it mean? What's the word for rap in Russian?
Rap.
Rape.
No.
Right?
Rape. That's mean like.
Rap. When someone told me, I was like, "Are we sure we're talking about the same thing? You want me to listen to rape, man?"
No. Singer who doing rap, it's rapper.
Yeah.
But guy who make rapes, it's rapist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, till now nobody changed the.
My teachers, my my teachers. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't pay. That's
Yeah.
why. That's why he gets what what he doesn't pay for.
Yeah.
So he's like he shows me like one of his videos, and it has like 3 million views. Like motherfucker, you're in a place with the 1.5 billion. 3 million is like what 3 views where I'm from. And he just hung up on me. He's like, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man.
oh, oh.
Yeah. So sorry, I interrupted you. When you
No,
were
what
talking
the-
about China.
No, we're talking actually more about discipline between.
Oh, yes, that's it,
between,
discipline.
yeah.
China and the Arab world, yeah.
Don't forget that imagine one thing about Chinese people that I noticed, at least here in Russia, and I really like it. So when they come to Russia, have you ever noticed like the Chinese guy in Russia is in Patfak, which is the preparatory course for Russian language?
Yeah.
For 5 years.
5 years, I think.
Yeah, they like
You
they
mean
repeat-
language courses?
Yeah, they repeat it for 5 years. I was like, how bad are you as a person who learns for 5 years? Then I said, no, it's not this.
It's because of the documents.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's cheaper to live like in the dormitory and all this, and the embassy gives them work.
Mm.
You know, so like I don't care. I don't wanna. And they already like they work with a company.
What's embassy? Chinese embassy or Russian embassy?
Chinese.
Chinese embassy
Yeah.
give them work.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of Chinese companies, I assume, in Russia. So.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know, I
and
know.
these guys work with these Chinese company, and they just come to class just to write their name and leave. I don't have time for your shit. I'm gonna fail anyways. I see you next
I
time.
have a job.
Yeah, man. When I was in Patfak, there was a guy who my teacher was like, oh, I know him for 4 years.
Which is ironic because the kid who has a job is actually like a 5-year-old.
So does he need to change the schools?
No,
So
he just repeats the same fucking course.
I think I think teachers hate him.
Actually, they know him. Like they see him. They're like, yeah, this is whatever nickname you can give him. You know,
Brutally.
when he comes, like, yeah, I know. He just writes his name and he leaves. I was like, what the? She's like, yeah, he's been doing this for the past 4 years.
No, actually, it's I don't know.
But so for example, they make money here. Yeah, the money they make here. What I understood but this was like 10 years ago. So I don't know if this changed, which I highly doubt it. Because I said discipline, and discipline has to you have to follow the rules, and they don't change. Yeah. What they do is when they make money here, they send most of it. They make them send most of it back to China.
So
You mean about
it's
course
for taxes?
You mean about I don't know how to say it, like course of equality of Russian money to Chinese money.
What
Yuan.
So some of them get paid in dollars. You know?
Oh, so no, if we're talking
And they
about dollar to the RMB,
Yeah.
it's Chinese money.
Yeah,
RMB
yeah.
means I don't know how to say.
Say it in Arabic. It's fine. I'm trying to-
No. RMB is translated from Chinese language. Zhenminbi. Zhenminbi.
Yaminbi.
Yaminbi. Yeah.
I remember I watched it in Lethal Weapon 4.
What's
I remember.
Yeah. That's Chinese yuan,
Yes.
but unofficially,
Yes.
in international.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah. in
the
international area. That's RMB, RMB. Yeah. So if you mean about I don't know course of dollar and RMB, bro, I think 20 years, like
Yuan will
same.
be stronger. I
Yeah.
highly doubt. But we'll get to the
Bro,
politics.
in China, you can buy, I don't know, glass of water, bottle of water in airport and in the village, and same price.
price.
Same price.
that's good,
Yeah,
actually.
that's communist.
Yeah, and communism.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they make them send it because it's how the idea is that keep the money in the family.
Yeah.
You know,
I know
that's-
Indian guy who do that. That's my former co-worker in digital
Yeah.
agency, and bro, he said to me, "I live like a dog here." He lives here in Moscow with 5 guys.
You know what's so
In one room.
You know what's so interesting about this, the Indian thing? So in 2013, the ruble was like 2 or 3 or even 5. I forgot the Indian currency.
Rupees.
Rupees.
Yeah.
Rupees.
Yeah.
Now it's the same. So there's like, it's the same. It's even the rupees are the same as the ruble. I think. You know. So like before, my friend he used to work in one of the banks, and he would get paid a lot. And he would send it to India. He would send it to India.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then now that it's the same, so he's like, fucking hell, man. I'm not.
Yeah.
You know what the most popular, I don't know, thing for spend money in India? They open private schools.
Yeah.
Because a lot of kids and you know, like community schools in India. That's
Not only that. Do you know how much the IT school?
Yeah.
So in India, IT school could be literally like you would enter a building, there would be 2 IT schools. You would walk 2 buildings and there's another IT school. So they make so many IT schools of what you're saying about like.
I don't know for sure, but I heard that in India, you know, that caste system, you know, that's like social classes. You can be, I don't know, like priest, super rich, doctor, or you can be like just worker in the, I don't know how to say.
Who drags the car?
Yeah. So in India, you can government can give you a grant for study, IT engineer, if you're from any social group. But if you want to learn arts or humanitarian or history, you cannot if you're like
A low class.
if you're low class. But I don't know for sure. I just heard it in the internet, but
So
for
it has to be true.
Of course, man.
it sounds realistic. Actually, it sounds realistic.
I was there, and I can tell you how much their focus is mostly on IT. Any other humanitarian subjects they don't give a shit about. You know?
Silicon Valley in San Francisco, it's in
Yeah.
or LA. I don't know for sure, but Silicon Valley, bro, full of Indians, and actually they are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Because man, look at Dubai. There was a funny character. You know the movie Will Smith movie.
Hancock.
No, where he's alone, him and his dog.
I'm Legend,
Yeah.
So there was
German Shepherd.
I love German
Bro,
Shepherd.
me too.
I used to have a German Shepherd like, 30 years ago.
Oh.
But
So that
amazing
was
at
Nazi
work.
Shepherd.
I have one story about that.
30 years ago?
Is it just a joke?
Man.
Like he's too old.
I believe you, man. I believe
We
you.
will cue the laughter here. We don't have the audience at the moment. Next time we will cue.
Yeah.
And what was I talking about?
German Shepherds, they were good 30 years ago.
No, there's something.
Will Smith, Indian.
Yeah. So like if Indians leave Dubai, it will become like I Am Legend, and then like one Indian, you know, with his cat, just walking like I am. Like he says, like the whole dialogue of Will Smith dialogue, like he's alone. Alone here, which, like basically they're the ones who built like Dubai. They built so many countries, you could say.
Listen, man.
You know?
If I know Indians, if they're alone with a woman, they won't be alone for a long while, man. They're gonna repopulate the earth quickly, man.
You know how they
He's gonna repopulate it with the cat, man. He's just gonna fuck the cat.
Hey man, I need more. I need more cats in women's suits. I know.
So we are come back to the Japanese culture, Furry, you know.
Full circle, and that's what.
I want to notice. Maybe somebody will watch it. Maybe we'll do it.
That's a big maybe, but okay.
And you know, I'm predict. How to say предсказываю.
I predict.
Predict, in the comment section, like shitty English or something like that. Why?
Man, you don't need to predict in the comment sections. We're gonna tell you shitty English, man. It's fine.
It will be us commenting.
Yeah.
Me and Omar will be replying to each other.
And Arkadii is gonna be like, actually, a shitty English, man. What the fuck?
No.
We want traffic.
You will create a group chat and you call it shitty English club and you will go out and I'm just one.
That was my first conversation club. Shitty English club.
Umid Khadian. Shout out.
Yeah,
Brother.
he was here last Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's very funny. Oh, bro, he's hilarious. He's
Yeah.
hilarious. Actually,
He's you know what I call him? I call him, and there's another guy. I call them. They reply in South Park. They watch so much South
Yeah.
Park and Family Guy, so the replies are just from those shows. Like when I first started watching comedy, like the Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy, and at that time when like Russell Peters, my replies to anything with the people there would be like those quotes from them. I'm like, oh, you're funny. Sure. Why not? I am very funny. Thank you, Russell Peters.
do you remember that monologue by Russell Peters about Russians? About Russians,
Peter,
yeah, Peter, yeah, because his last name means faggot in Russian.
Oh man.
That was very popular, you know, in Russian community.
Yeah.
Who was your like people like when the people you started watching when you first got into stand up?
Who inspired me?
Yeah,
like,
let's say that.
I think Joe Rogan and Joey Diaz, they're my favorite too. They're my favorite too. Joey Diaz, actually, he is the most underrated comedian in the world because we have not enough with him, but he's very funny. If you watch his podcast or with Joe Rogan or he made
By
single,
himself,
by himself, bro.
Man.
It's so funny. He has a motivation Instagram page in IG, like, and every day new reels. Good morning, bad motherfuckers! Wake up! Put your balls in your face.
Do you know about? I don't know if you maybe know his story when he was like, I think he started doing stand up, and he brought because he was maybe in prison or something, and he brought or I'm not sure like, so. He had so the owner he goes, I want to do stand up. He goes, okay, bring people, and he brought everybody he knew. So the stand up club there's a hey man, I must close cappuccino. And like he brought so many people that the stand up club hey man, you have a spot all the time.
Man, like honestly, I not really familiar with Joey Diaz's stand up. Like I tried watching it. I couldn't personally, but I fucking love his stories, man. It's so crazy. The way he talks is funny.
Actually, his stand-up it's more like storytelling.
Yeah.
He just listen him. He doesn't write jokes, like like classic jokes with setup and punchline.
Yeah.
He doesn't write it. He just because his life experience are so funny, ridiculous, hilarious. I don't know.
Remember I told you there's a guy in Jordan. We did like stand up in Arabic. He was so nervous about performing in Arabic because it's his first time getting on stage. I told him, bro, you don't need to write anything. Just get on stage and tell your stories. Believe me. Just all you have to do is just slow down. That's all you have. And man, it was so funny. It's amazing. Everything. Like there are people who have these stories. There was so much fun to listen to. Just talk. That's all you have to. Just throw them on stage.
Yeah, of course. Some people has so funny stories in their life. Like they don't need to write the jokes.
Yeah, I have a lot. I have a friend like that, man. Every week he has like a different story, and I'm like, how do you get these stories, man? Like it's so weird, and I don't know, man. And he seems like the most boring kid ever. He looks boring, like, but there's just cool stories that never end.
I think actually, not everybody, but a lot of people, I don't know, funny stories happening with them every day. But they're just don't look at it.
They don't look at it from our point of view.
Yeah, I don't know how to say focus. They don't focus on it.
We have our workshop that for brainstorming and all this.
Of course.
And one girl on Sunday, she wanted to work on a small bit, but she didn't know. So I was like getting more details out of her, and man, every detail is funnier than the one before it. I was like, why don't you just get on stage and say this?
Yeah.
This is fun. The detail itself is so funny. And what I noticed is, and this comes to Russian comedy in a way, that a lot, they don't, they focus on one detail and, okay, I'll make jokes about this detail, on this particular thing that I want to make jokes about. but there are more details that could make it much.
I can explain it. I can
Yeah,
explain
please
it.
do.
I can explain it.
Please do. By the way,
actually-
Arkadii, how long have you been doing comedy?
Like regular with with discipline. I don't know. I don't know. I can
The Chinese way. Yeah.
Yeah, Chinese way. Chinese way. 0 days in Chinese way. But like I'm trying to do my best. 4 years. 4 years.
Yeah. Okay. So you're like experienced in this. So yeah.
Yeah. So I can explain it. Why Russian comedians focus only to.
Like one
Actually,
detail.
we're talking about not famous comedians.
We're talking about like mid-level. Let's like beginners, mid-level.
Bro, because usual performance, it's 5 minutes.
5 minutes, open mic.
Bro, yeah, that's open mics. Or God bless us, 8 minutes. You can like I don't know
My
how to
God,
say.
he means the host.
Yeah. You can write a fucking book about one detail in your story. You cannot do that because you don't have enough time for that.
You know, this is where it comes. I don't know if you know. Like I told about like my favorite comedian. His name is Christopher Titus.
Yeah.
And what drew me to him when I was like listening to him. So he has one story about meeting, I think Bruce Springsteen. No. Well, he is about meeting his childhood hero, like a guitarist or something. And it's a 5-minute story. You know, it's a funny story, everything. And he made it into 15 minutes. You know, and it's true how he used the details, and every detail was like he was using that detail as a premise and the punchline. And how he built it is he would say I would do these 5 minutes, I would check this, and on another I would do the other 5 minutes. So he segmented his own standard.
Sounds very talented.
It's not. I don't think it's.
Sounds cool.
I like. There's one comedian, Gary Delaney. He said there are 2 types of comedians. Naturally funny people, like my friend, for example. Naturally funny.
And hard labor guys, yeah?
You know, yes.
Yeah, exactly,
And
exactly.
and not hard labor guys, and very good comedians. That was his words. Naturally funny people and very good comedians.
Yeah.
And the very good comedians are the ones who make.
Yeah. Totally agree. Yeah.
So yeah. So Joey Diaz. So you.
No. I forgot what
We're talking about how like
Actually, that's what I hate in the industry. I don't know. Maybe I performed in another countries, but that's that was Belarus, and that was Armenia and Georgia. So actually, I think comedy industry kind of similar. That's what I hate in the industry. That because a lot of shows. They want to show to the audience more comedians with minimum time. Yeah. And a couple days ago, 1 second, I will read it. I will read it for you.
Yeah, you should read it. It's in Russian, so please translate it.
Of course, I will translate.
Live interpretation.
Administrator of one of the stand-up clubs. I don't want to call it.
Okay.
Yeah. Look. In this Saturday, fresh open mic, fresh idea, new idea, big open mic. Everybody have 2 minutes, but 50 comedians.
fucking hell.
No,
Man.
that's
2 minutes, 50 people. If I was in the audience, I will shut to my head.
There is something with this. I like this idea. I like the idea of like 1 minute, but if you do like 1 minute and you do good, so you have more time.
Yeah. Actually, he is right. If you're good, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I cannot. I'm not that type of comedians.
You're definitely not like.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
Yeah. I think you can.
I'm so against. Like for me, this is what made like I was telling Omar this. I don't know what. It's like when I got kicked off stage. It's the time when I learned fucking like right, motherfucker. You know, and when I did my
right, you mean right.
Yeah, like jokes, like proper.
Yeah, create.
Make them laugh. Yeah, create. Like make them laugh. Like say what you want, but make sure.
Television format.
Basically,
I call it.
it's not
You
even.
know, you need to laugh. How to say? Laugh.
You need to punch.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, you need
Laugh.
You
to
need punchline every 15 seconds. 15,
Jim Jeffries, you know,
of
he
course.
goes 10 seconds. You need a joke every 10 seconds.
Mhm.
If it takes you 15 seconds to reach the punchline, it should be a very like an applause break punchline.
Oh.
You know,
Actually,
really
So wait,
I
when-
watched his special, Alcohol Holocaust, you know.
yeah.
And that's not every 10 seconds.
No, don't look at this. Look at the ones later because that's when he started. Like when he was like beginning.
Okay.
You know, look at
Okay.
the list. And one thing like I would say because I've seen a lot of performers. This is not like I'm not an open mic like let's say professional who takes their time like takes like 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
Mhm.
Like, you can like I get bored from you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like this one because it makes you write. It makes you like write, let's say, more like punchlines and everything. So when you say it's not my style, in my head it's like, motherfucker, you've been there for 4 years. Like I think
You're not the first person who told me that,
Yeah.
but I totally disagree.
and here's why. Because and this was a glass shatter moment for me. It's like, oh my god.
Uh-huh.
When this guy, Christopher Titus, was like sitting with Bert Kreischer and other comedians, he was like, it takes you 10 years to figure out who you are on stage. It's like, 10 years, man! I know how much they perform. Godfrey, I don't know if you know Godfrey.
Of course, he was here
He was
he
a
was on the
Russian.
punchline.
Yeah, Godfrey, when he was performing in the 90s,
Yeah.
he in 1 week he would do 40 open mics.
Oh,
Ooh.
40.
yeah.
Yeah.
4-0. Oh,
Yeah,
I think
not 14, 40
in 1 week.
in 1 week. Can you imagine?
I don't
No,
know.
I
That's like
cannot.
six. That's six a day.
In one building. So,
Actually, it's like they hop from. So my thought process of it is that when you say I'm not, for me it's like motherfucker, no, you need to risk it. Comedy is about risk. Take risks. Change something. Do something new on stage for you. This is for
I remember one thing like
guys, sorry for interrupting, but
that's fine.
I can forget. I'm already forgot.
Look at you.
no, just because you were talking about performing a lot and stuff like that. I remember I heard this from Chris DiStefano. Maybe you know him. He was saying like how when he was coming up, he went from New York to Philadelphia just to perform for $20.
Yeah.
And he goes like, if comedians are gonna complain about, I don't want to go there, I have to work tomorrow, blah blah blah. He says these comedians are never gonna make them, and this is one of the
Yeah,
things.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's not only he say it because you can hear any Russian famous comedian. You know, in their life, I don't know how to say in their life, they has shit like this. So I remember what I wanted to say to ask. When Godfrey was here in Moscow, so I think he was close to your community or not?
No.
No?
Well, at that time I wasn't in Russia.
That's
When was he in Moscow?
He was with
2019, I think.
19, either 18 or 19.
Okay.
18 or not? 18. Yeah,
Either 18 or 19.
yeah,
So the
18.
Festival.
Punchline Festival 2018. You're right, exactly.
And I remember he was closer to the guys, like Sasha Malloy and Vasily Medvedev and Vovon Khan. I think he
And Eldar, maybe.
yes.
Eldar Hussein.
and he was like closer to them. And I knew him, the guy who used to translate for him. But not to the English community at that time. The guys who used to run the English, like more English standard, the guys who made English standard, let's say, and continued it. There's the guys who I think, with the help maybe of Bobo Bukhara, is the guys who brought Gaffigan, but I can be mistaken about who brought him here. Like they were more closer to him because they were bringing also comedians from abroad. You know.
I didn't know
Yeah.
about who you're talking about.
Yeah, so you started performing after COVID.
Actually, in 2018, that was a year that I performed first time, and that was in an old stand-up club. Yeah, that was a show called like open mic, named of Gary Kaganisyan.
Yeah.
You know that guy?
Yeah, of course.
Now he's in Armenia. So that was like that type of open mic every Monday at 7.
Yeah.
And that was my first time.
Yeah. So like he was closer to, I think, to the Russian guys even, the guys who brought. Yeah.
No, actually, if we're talking about Vova, Eldar, that's Russian guys. They are really close to the English comedy.
Yes.
They performed. I know they performed.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know? So you want to say something?
No.
I saw how Eldar performed in English in stand-up club on Trubna
Yeah.
a couple of months ago. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
Oh, thank you very much, young
Спасибо
lady.
большое.
Можно насадки, пожалуйста? Вот насадки.
Одну насадку.
Ну штука.
Yeah. I'm here for Russian.
Yeah, he's just, yeah.
Извините, а можно еще стакан воды? Спасибо.
He wants a cup
Glass
of
of
water.
water.
A glass of Fuck, what were we talking about?
Because already 12:30.
Yeah.
No, don't worry. We're probably gonna take our time. It's been 2 hours already. But,
No, actually, I want to be here all day. I love it.
Are you gonna edit the fucking video, man? If you're gonna edit the video, you can be here all day, man. Man, but actually,
Maybe I can help you.
sure.
Yeah, he can be. Well, since I'm leaving anyway, so we're now. This is like totally off topic. He can be.
That's fucking true. I don't mind. Fuck, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Yeah, because I remember like shit the first time I met you. Because you spoke good English, and I was like surprised how you've been doing comedy for such a long time and you haven't performed with us in English. And I was like,
Yeah. First of all, I want to say thank you for you call my English is good. That's because I'm still don't think so that my English is good. That's why.
it's not, but it's good for Russians, man.
That's why I don't want to think. Спасибо. That's why I don't want to perform in English because I saw how you perform, Abed, maestro. Actually, this guy is maestro. Yeah, how you always improvised in English, and I saw it, and because my standards was I should to perform in English like I perform in Russian.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, that's a problem. If you are
A very
funny
big
comedian, in your native language, that can stop you to perform in another language.
Actually, this is why when like with Russian comedians, when I like invite them, they often and I'll always give them this example of Vasyl Medvedev.
Yeah.
Vasyl Medvedev was the guy who I would say who literally started English comedy about 8 or 9 years ago, even maybe.
Yeah, I know. There was in Fringe, Fringe?
Yes,
That's comedy
yes.
festival in Scotland. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they performed Malloy,
Malloy.
Alexander and Medvedev, and I don't know, maybe Vova Bukharov.
I'm not sure about both, but I know that they performed with one English comedian guy who like continued doing it. Who, let's say, at one point English comedy was like dying down, and he's the guy who brought like back up.
Yavits.
Alec Denis.
Denis.
And Ivan Yavits, because again at that time.
Ivan Yavits, yeah, I know. Oh, bro, I have a funny story about him.
That's you could say my brother from another Jew.
Bro, you know what? When I was a kid, I lived in a little town, but in Moscow Oblast. I don't know, Moscow region. That's 30. That's like 30 minutes from downtown of Moscow to the train. Mytishi.
Okay.
So, and Ivan Yavits played football with my friends. Yeah. That guy from Mytishi too, from our neighborhood. Yeah. And once upon a time, I don't know, brought my friend, my old childhood friend, to the show, and the host was Ivan Yavits. And my friend said, "Oh, I remember this guy. He played in football with us."
Can I tell you a story I love to say about
Wait, how old is Yavits?
Yavits is 30, 33, 34.
Where is he now?
He's now
In Israel.
Israel.
Yeah, in occupied Palestine. But he's the guy who like when I want to translate jokes, I sit like we Zoom call and we sit and we like write jokes together. And he was actually my drive. This was in like 2017, maybe 16, to perform in Russia.
What a times!
Yeah, back in the day.
Remember the good old days.
And we were sitting, and he just told me, perform in Russian, stop this shit with the English. Literally, he's like, stop this shit with the English, perform in Russian. Fuck are you doing? And we were writing, and he saw my material, he's like,
He told you that?
yeah.
Oh.
He was like, and he's the guy who started English comedy here, that's the funny part. And then he understood.
You know what he's talking about, yeah?
And then he understood how, like here in Russia, to write, you have to perform because he only performed in English. You know, he was performing a little bit in Russian.
So he started to perform in English.
In English.
That's his first performance was in English.
Were in English.
I think that's better. That's better than you change like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on the contrary. I like the thought. Again, I go back to like Vasim Medvedev. Is he was the guy who I saw get on stage with Google Translate literally. You know, and he would do it, and I had so much respect for him for like doing that. And then Malloy started.
They inspired you to perform in Russian, yeah?
And they inspired me. Not you could say the idea is I was afraid to perform in Russian.
Of course, yeah. I
totally
understand.
And then because Yavis is not he's one of the nicest people in the world. One of the funniest and nice people. But sometimes Yavis will fucking bitch in your face. You know? Like when we were doing the Kentucky, the BK thing, I had
Commercial.
bleep. So many people will be now writing, I hate Kentucky.
Yeah.
Get the fucking life. So I remember we had to do like to perform in front of the producer, and you know how much material I had? I had zero.
Oh.
And I was like, man, and I wanted to translate. I have a bit about airplanes and all this, and I really like this bit in English. When I translated it to Russian, it was so bad. I didn't like the words. And me and him, we sat and we translated all of it. And then he looks at it and he goes, "This is his words. This is shit. This is shit. This is shit. Change this shit. Why are you doing comedy? This is shit. This is shit. Here, what the fuck is this shit? What's the joke here?"
Never perform again, yeah?
Yeah. He's like he doesn't pull his punches, you could say. You know, he fucking kickbox you with his like fucking knee, feet, head, everything. He's so depressive when he does that. But when you sit and write with him, like his mentality of writing is this: what are we gonna talk about? Kalyan, shisha, 17 jokes about shisha. You know, he just writes jokes, and then okay, let's then work backwards from that.
That's not comedy workshop. That's comedy military.
That's German sadism. That's what it is. You know?
Really.
But it's so much fun to write with like such a person. But he was like a guy who was like driving me.
Actually, it's not fun. It's not the right word. I think that's productive.
No, for me 100% productive.
Yeah.
But if I'm not having fun with it,
you will never do that. Yeah, of course.
I won't.
You're able plan, of course.
You know? Like there was a time when I was thinking of quitting comedy. Stop saying yes, you should. You should have. But is that it started it became work. It just started not being fun because let's say of external factors from other people. They started affecting how I like comedy.
Yeah.
And at one point I found myself hating comedy.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, pause. I remember.
We need to pause it. Yeah.
Yes, I took a month.
Off.
Okay. I stopped for a month, but I stopped English. I was performing in Russian. You know, and I realized how much fun it is, and I was bombing hard. It was so for me when I bomb. That shows words, I get it. But when I like failed miserably, I was like, yeah, this is good. I really like this. Now I go back. You know, it's such a fun thing to do. And that's because of him.
Yeah.
Speaking of Yavis, I only have one experience with him, and I was.
I hope you brought lube.
Yeah, I did. Man, because I remember we were doing a show at Brothers, English show at Brothers, and he was supposed to be the headliner, and he comes. I think at the beginning I was kind of struggling, and at the end I got them. And he comes near the end, he sees me, I was killing, and he goes, that's an amazing set. And in my head I was thinking, finally he's gonna, because at that time I wanted to be on the store, and I was like, finally he's gonna invite me to the store. Next month the war happens,
Oh,
and he leaves, and I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna get. And I was like,
He means special operations. He's
Yeah.
just like,
oh no, I was talking about the Armenian war or whatever.
well, the special operations.
oh.
Well, like when he was doing the stand-up store, man, he would ask me because he was performing that Russian more and more and more at that time, so he didn't have time for English.
Uh-huh.
So he would ask me like, "Hey, who can we invite to the stand-up store shows?"
Uh-huh.
Yeah? And it's so funny, man.
Uh-huh.
So this is when I go back in the day. You know, I was like, I was like, if you're not killing, like when he watches you, and if you're not doing well, he goes, no, I'm not inviting you.
Of course, actually,
Yeah.
actually, that's okay. That's the right way.
Yeah. And at one point, I was like, oh, okay, this, like, for example, this person is funny. I was like, okay, yeah, but you can invite this person. And the thing is, at that time, it wasn't in my head that the stage differs from place to place. So when people get on the stand-up store, they have this pride. You know, like, oh my god. And so many comedians I invited, and I told them to invite. They would get on stage and they would bomb.
Oh.
And we would be in the green room. I swear to God, the comedian is performing, and I'm just like sitting with my hand on my mouth going, fuck. And Ivan here next to me just looking, drilling holes in my head with his eyes. He goes, this is who you want to invite.
Oh, that was an open mic.
No, it was the paid show.
Paid show.
You already.
Because when he invited me, the first time he invited me, he said, yo, do you have a solid 10 minutes? I was like, oh, I have a good. He goes, the fuck is good? Do you have a solid 10 minutes?
Solid. Oh
you have
shit.
10 minutes, boom, 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 boom. I was like, okay.
Bro, that sounds like scary. Even after so many years, you know, solid
Always.
10 minutes.
Always. But then again, I always look at it from his point of view. And then now, because I now like run the stand-up store,
Yeah.
and I always Omar sees me do this to the other like comedians. I don't care if you bomb or whatever. I want you to have fun on stage. Relax, take your time, and then you know the center of the stage is here, and it's so funny to watch them. They all. Oh man, there has to be like I would love to show a picture that I can because I have so many pictures of this. When comedians first time I invited to the stand-up store, they don't stand in the center. They stand in a corner.
yeah. I know.
They're like there's the logo of the stand-up store, and I feel like they're like hi, please help me.
If you can send me a picture, I'll try to maybe find.
I have like 7 pictures.
Just as long as
people under the fucking banner.
as long as it's not of me, I'm cool. I'll put it on the.
Actually, no. I remember his first time performing
Oh man,
at the store.
I
When
remember.
you like to tell them the first phrase I told you.
Here's the thing, man.
What?
I was after the show. I was going to a friend's birthday, so I was in like sweatpants, like oversized T-shirt. I looked like a homeless guy.
He comes and I look at him and go, Did I
He's
ask you,
like-
do you have change of clothes?
No, I was like, you said like, why are you in pajamas?
Yes.
And I'm like, I thought I looked cool. And I was like, and then there's like, you don't have anything else? I remember.
So what year was it?
When Omar performed?
Yeah.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, around.
Right when Ivan left.
Yeah, as soon as. So yeah.
The moment we're waiting for, yeah?
No, it's like the moment when I had no comedians. I'm joking. I wouldn't invite anybody who I didn't think was funny.
No,
Yeah.
actually now, I don't know. You know that when special operations started, a lot of comedians who perform in English, they go abroad.
Yes.
And I think now you're again like I don't know, makes community bigger.
We're trying. Well, the last 2 years, that was what it was. We were
A lot of new comedians in
actually.
English. Andre, you know, like Andrew Adiaka.
Andre.
Yeah. This is recently actually. Like the last year, we almost had the same performers.
Yeah.
I think it's such an
But also the problem with the current people we have is, which is I'm pretty sure you dislike it, is they're not foreigners. They're just Russians.
It's not that I dislike it. Sorry for talking. It's not that I dislike it. Russian people come to English comedy, they expect foreign comedians.
Of course, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This is why I tell them, like, listen, if your English is not good, at least make sure your jokes are good. You know, this is like how you can balance. But
Of course.
But if I would have foreigners, it would be like people would like, oh, there was a foreigner, because a foreigner has their own appeal.
Of course. Credit score is higher.
Not only credit score. I'll tell you, I was performing with a superstar of fucking Russian comedy, and we're performing in front of a full room, amazing show. Everybody just has fun.
Yeah.
I stand outside and I'm like telling people, thank you for coming, and like, you know, doing like sucking everybody's dick basically. Yeah, what the fuck can I do? I need them like to subscribe.
Yeah.
And so many people told me, why don't you have more foreigner comedians? We came here to see foreigner comedians. There are no foreigner. I was like, motherfucker, you should perform in front of the most, like the guy who has tickets for 10,000 rubles for 1,000 or 2,000 rubles. And that's what you're bitching about.
I can understand every part of this, every side. I can understand you because you're right, obviously. But actually, that's I don't know. I know why they want to see foreigners, because they want to change.
They want to change passports, exactly.
Actually, one of the most funny thing that if you perform in English, a lot of English teachers in the audience.
Yeah.
Actually, this is so. On Trubnaya, on Sunday, we had one English teacher.
Oh.
And I was like, I love everybody in the audience.
Except the one person.
Yeah.
I remember I hosted a show in Saratov. 90% of the audience were English teachers.
Yeah.
I
That's good for
and
you.
they're boring. No.
Yeah,
English
yeah. You know how English teacher look at me when I perform in English? Just like that.
This is why I tell.
You know?
This is why I say, like, if your English is not good or whatever, make sure that your jokes are good. You know, that's
about me.
It is about you.
I need to be humble. So.
No, yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I know what you want to say, but I want to make quality of my jokes and my language equal.
The
Same quality.
With
Same.
one comedian, me and him, we were writing, and I was just telling him, man, I would love to see this bit with better English, because the delivery will be so fucking it will be so mind blowing. But the thing that kind of stops a person is the English part. And when I perform in Russian, for me, this is what what opened my eyes to how to write shorter was when I performed in Spanish. Yeah.
So you performed in Spanish?
In Spanish, and I don't know any word of Spanish.
You just translate and remember?
What I did is I asked my friend to translate like my jokes, and I told her, here, I don't need your feedback.
Sergio Garcia.
No, her name is Daria Polkina. She is now running the English comedy in Georgia.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
And I told her I don't want any addition of jokes. Just translate what I did is. What happened is when I translated not much, like a minute to 2 minutes. Is that every line became a punchline. Like, hey, quick, there's nothing, like, literally just phrase, punchline, phrase, punchline, phrase, punchline, phrase, punchline. That's
crazy. That's insane.
It's fucking insane.
I respect it.
And
I don't know, I love it, but I respect it.
That's when I understood, I should write Russian comedy like this.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, do it like this.
Quick.
You know, just phrase, maximum two like short phrases and a punchline. And that's the way it became better and better and better until my recent 5-minute video that they posted on YouTube. So bad that I was watching it and I'm laughing my balls off how bad I am. Because
What was bad about it?
So what was bad about it is, one, there's a small story about it. And in that 2-3 days, when we had to show for the producer, we had to show what our jokes were. I didn't have any jokes, so I had Ivan. I started writing with Ivan at 9 a.m. I texted him, like, get right now on Zoom. I need to translate.
That shit makes serious.
Yeah. And you know what he was? He was in Edinburgh.
Oh.
So he goes in and I have to show my material at 1 p.m. You know?
Wow.
So I translated all of it, and my thing.
Fastest hand on the Wild West. Yeah.
It's so
In
bad.
the Middle East.
So watch out if you have a fast hand as an Arab. That could mean a lot of things. That could
Yeah.
mean, you on the news the next day and someone holding your passport. So I translate and I fucking hated it because that's not what I wanted to talk about. But that was the thing that I could remember, the thing that I could translate like as quickly as possible. And the whole time I was eating his brain. Like we were translating, I was like, I don't like this phrase. This is too long. I don't like this word. It's too long. I won't remember it. And we just like literally in 1.5 hours we wrote and rewrote as if we wrote for 3 weeks together.
Yeah. Actually, that's a problem because you know what you say right now about when you're not good in some language, Spanish, English, doesn't matter, Russian, doesn't matter. You cannot speak about what you want to speak. You need to speak about you can't speak.
Yes.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
This is why
And you cannot formulate. I don't know.
This is
right.
why I
Yeah,
a lot
formulate.
respect Russian comedians. You know why? Because the one from English. Because they don't think like I think.
Of course.
They think I want to talk what I want to talk about, and I'm gonna deliver it how I fucking want to.
Yeah.
And I have so much respect on that.
Yeah.
I know a lot of one girl who performs with us. She says, she the way she translates, she doesn't go Google or anything. She's like, I'm gonna say it with the words I know, which is, and she does everything on the spot, which is, I can never do that. Like when I do Russian, I have to like, I sit with this guy, like how is that correct? Blah blah blah.
No. I'm glad to help you, but me too. I'm just go and I'm always just translate my Russian jokes. My Russian jokes is already created, so I'm just translate it on the stage. You can see.
Yeah,
That's why.
yes.
I want to say one thing. Maybe I will insult somebody, anyone, but I don't.
Don't
care.
worry, you are here.
Yeah. I didn't see. I have never met and I have never seen Russian comedian whose jokes are good like language. So you can see Russian. I mean native Russians. Doesn't matter about them, their nationality. So native Russians, their language is either their language is very good, like native speakers.
Ah.
I mean
But
English.
I mean English. But jokes
Are shit.
Full of shit. If jokes are great, but language is shit, or shit language or jokes. Yeah, I have never seen. Me too. I think about me. I think jokes is okay, normal. Language is very bad.
He's being humble. Let him be humble. If he wasn't this humble, he would be perfect.
So maybe you know somebody who can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only foreigners in Moscow. I don't want to be
Well,
like
you have-
that guy who loves foreigners more than
Well, you
my
have-
voice. No. I'm look only like
He doesn't want
comedians.
to go to Armenia.
No, you have like Yavits, but he doesn't perform with us. But I think he's the only example.
Like, so what you mean is like, so they're English, they're well-spoken English and good jokes.
No,
He
never.
does-
I have never
he's
seen. I have never
No,
seen something like
no,
that.
they're-
Good English and good jokes.
There is,
You have. I only can name two: Ivan Yavits and Nikolai.
yeah, but
No. Stop talking about Ivan Yavits because
Yeah.
he's not.
Okay,
he's not-
Nikolai.
He's even
Okay.
not part of community.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
He live in another country.
okay, and Nikolai doesn't perform at.
What's
at-
Nikolai?
I don't think you met him, but he is one of the people who started it.
Yeah, him and Yavits are the guys who started English comedy.
Oh, I have never seen
Yeah,
Nikolai.
yeah.
I saw Yavits in English. Bro, that's amazing. But
Yeah.
where is Yavits? It's
Yeah,
not a
yeah.
part of Moscow community.
Yeah. No. Now that you mention it, I kind of agree with you. But you have the people.
You
So-
can't agree with me. Yeah.
So there's three types of Russian. Either your English is good, your jokes are shit. Your jokes are good, your English is shit, and your jokes are shit, and your English is shit.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
You forgot this part.
no, I'm not forgot. I said it. Yeah, I said it.
You said.
I said it. Yeah. But
Yeah.
I have never seen the guy whose language is very well and jokes is very well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I can't.
But foreigners, they can like, I don't know, make a good jokes in the right way. I mean, grammar, formulate, right words, and right delivery.
Yeah, delivery. It's
That's how
it's
it's said.
delivery.
Yeah. No, you can have a cool delivery. That's my opinion. You can have a cool delivery, but with shitty English.
That's who was like one thing for me. I talk about who performed like is Valentin Sidorov.
Yeah, of course.
If you watch him in English, this is something I really liked about him, is that he is so confident of how bad his English is. You know, and that confidence it just gives it to the it like oozes to the audience.
Bro, I
So-
use it too.
Yeah,
I use it too.
Hey, I'm very confident of how bad my English is. So,
Yeah, I don't know how to say that word. How to say
have you ever watched Watchmen?
what?
Watchmen. A movie. Well, no, in that movie, there's a character who goes to prison, and he tells the other prisoner, and the other prisoners want to beat him because he's the one who put them.
Uh-huh.
So he starts beating the shit out of them. He says, "No, I'm not trapped with you here with you. You're trapped here with me." So it's the same with this. Like, you guys are trapped here with me with the microphone. You have to listen.
Okay.
You know, I'm not here by like, oh my god. No, you guys are fucked because I'm here.
Yeah.
But it's delivery. It's the confidence of it. And on this video, this 5 fucking minute video, you can see. So the story is on that day, the next day, I was supposed to move apartments, and I was so afraid that I didn't want to pass. Can you imagine how my brain worked? I didn't want to go to the finals because if I go to the finals, the finals is in 2 days, so I have to prepare about 5 more minutes. And I didn't have that 5 more minutes. I didn't have the 10 minutes that I was doing now. You know, and you have to show it in the next day and the following day. So in 2 days, it's the performance.
Okay. So you need to write it in 2 days.
Write everything basically in a day and a half. So I was so worried, and it was so bad. I think the comments were like, "Oh, this is shit." I was like, I swear to God, I started liking the comments who were saying that I was shit. And they misspelled my name. So happy.
Cool. Lose, it's not always
But
bad.
one thing that happened, I had a joke about how so I said I shaved 2 hours ago, which is apparently an Armenian guy said it 40 years ago. And people in the comments started like, I heard this joke 40 years ago. Like, how old are you? But it's so funny for me because there's a continuation to that joke that I couldn't do.
What was the continuation?
So the continuation goes to how it grows, how it looks like Polaroid.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of political joke there that I couldn't do. So I had to throw, let's say, I just had the punchline basically, and what's after it, I throw it out of the window.
I didn't get it.
So you have a premise and a punchline. And then after that punchline, there's another premise. There's another continuation to it.
For another joke.
Yeah, there's other tags. You know, and the final tag is kind of links it all together.
Yeah,
politically.
circle. Yeah.
And I couldn't do it. So it's a 10-second joke. When the original joke is 1 minute. I literally moved 50 seconds.
Ooh.
I threw it away, and so that's the only line, and I was like, this is so bad because there's no continuation to it.
And why couldn't you do the full minute bit?
I didn't in Russian is shit. In Russian, it's not understandable. I don't need to say it like that. I shake my head, and then the hair grows back. You know, and it's like something related to politics and all of this. Fuck! I threw all that 50 seconds for one phrase. That apparently one Armenian comedian said it 40 years ago. And it's so funny for me. I was like, I really want to explain to you the situation, but I can't. So I like your comment.
Yeah.
So you're how? Well, but you haven't performed much in English.
Yeah.
But do you write in English? Do you try to write in English?
No.
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 Is it different? Do you feel? Is there a difference between English and Russian? Or?
Performing in English or in Russian?
You know what? I think if you write in Russian, that's easily to translate it in English. But if you write in English, that's hard to translate in Russian. You know where I don't know why I think that so. Because of you guys. Because of you, Omar. When he write in English and try to translate it in Russian, that's often makes not funny. Became not funny.
Yes.
Yeah. In English, that's funny. But
Are
when
you sure?
Yeah. But when you translate it, that's I don't know. That sounds kind of weird. Yeah.
I'll tell you something like from my
And
experience.
you too.
From my
You
experience.
have that jokes.
But what I do is thank God literally for Russian comedians. Fucking shout out to everyone, one motherfucker, you motherfuckers. You guys are like fucking A because when I perform Russian, I go to the Russian comedian and I sit there like, is this correct? And I like try to write with them, and it's so funny because the way like they write with me and they tell me, oh, this is correct, this is not. It spawns more jokes. More jokes come out, and I just write them like
Yeah.
a little bit. One guy helped me, Ivan Garkushka. He helped
course, I know.
me, helped me with the one punchline, and he told me like we wrote it, and I said it to him in Russian how I translate it. And then he did his own translation, and then we looked at the old, like this is not funny. He goes, okay, we should maybe change like those words, and then it became like, but it's so. My way is that it depends so much on delivery. If I deliver it wrong,
100%.
fucking
100%.
throw me out of the fucking stage.
Yeah.
So that's so much fun. But do you feel like there's a question here where I hear a lot of Russian performers do it since so long.
Okay.
Who
Yeah.
perform in English? They say performing in English is freer than in Russian, and I don't mean that in a political freedom thing.
You're
They
not
just
about
say-
topics
not topics.
that you can talking about.
There is some people talk about topics, but for them, what I noticed, a lot of them, what they said is, we like it in English. I feel like there's no pressure. Basically. Do you feel the same?
Like you don't have any responsibility because
Basically.
Actually I can agree with that if I understood it right. Because when you perform in English language, you're always think about that's not my native language. I'm in Russia. I live in Moscow. I was born here. I'm a Russian speaking. I'm a Russian speaker comedian. So my career based on Russian language. That's not I don't know influence on your career.
Yeah.
That's it's like, for example, take a sportsman, athlete.
Okay.
When professional boxer in the boxing sparring, he's like try to be the best. But if he like wrestle or something like that, he can be like more enjoyable.
Okay.
So when I perform in English, I'm always think. Actually, for me, when I perform in English, I feel myself like back at the old days when I started to perform in Russian. I'm like a newborn child.
Yeah.
I had the same thing in Russian.
Yeah.
I'm still like nervous. I'm
Yeah.
all over my
This
head.
is where English helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Because I'm very confident in English, that confidence helped me to translate it better to Russian before. Yeah.
But
Like I'm not that nervous in Russian. The only time I was nervous is when that shit, because I didn't want to get like. But yeah, so you perform like.
actually,
I feel like you just.
one of the reasons why I'm starting to perform in English, one of the reasons that's because, as you can see, because of the political situation, a lot of comedians go abroad.
Yes.
And I saw how a lot of comedians need to start performing English because you don't.
There's no other options.
Who gives a fuck about your Russian comedy in Germany?
Yeah.
In Berlin.
Yeah.
So they start to perform in English, and I think maybe I will be in that situation too. I don't know for sure
Yeah.
what's gonna be tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think one of the drives that everybody should look at really is the poll.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think everybody should look at that. I don't care if you like his jokes or you don't, whatever. But
No. I don't care if you like his personality, because a lot of people don't like that changes with genders or something like that.
Whatever.
But his comedy is good.
But the thing, it's not even like the thing. What I'm talking about is he performed like in English, and he has his comedy in English. What's his name? Jenny Chibatkov. He has a comedy special in English.
Yeah.
You know, but he lived in Canada, all of this, so he had like an advantage of that. But my idea is that what I think, again, we go back to the idea of risk it. You have to, like, comedy is risky.
Of course.
You know, of course, not like a joke that will make people, say, "What did you say about Russian landlords? Get out!" You know?
Yeah.
But,
It's not gambling.
yeah, okay, no, but like it should be this. Now, I have a question for both of you about comedy like scene. Do you guys think there has to be a toxicity in the community for the community to advance? As in, not the community, as in the comedian to advance. They have to fit like so. If it's a friendly environment, the comedian will not advance.
Not improve skills. Yeah.
Yes. You know, do you think that there has to be a bit of let's say not
toxic for me? It's not,
I think it was a little bit of toxicity, a little bit like of conflict for you to advance.
For me, it's not about conflict. It's more about honesty.
Okay.
Because we do, unfortunately, we do this a lot in the English community, where it's like, because people want you to perform, they come up to you, and you bomb, you're shit out, and I'll go like, "Oh, Arkadii, you're fucking funny, come again," blah blah blah. And this is why I don't like just tell them.
Not sincerity.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's I think you just maybe you can call it we have to like push the guys, but you have to like teach him how to fish or whatever the fuck you say.
I think there is two types of toxic. There are two types. Toxic, and you want that this person will fail. And toxic, you're toxic, but you want to
Same succeed.
Same succeed. Yeah. You want that person grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for example, you guys, you can be toxic, but you always ready to help me, always. And somebody could be toxic, but if they're hosting some show, and you will ask him, no. But you can be for example, Abed can be toxic, but if I say to him, bro, I want to perform, I'm always can perform, always. Your door's always open for me. That's but I don't know how to say it. Оболочка. Верхний слой. Higher.
Layer. You can say the higher slot is layer.
Yeah, like kind of like
level,
that.
maybe.
Yeah. Maybe like first door is toxic. My second door, help or not help.
And you know what? Also, like one thing Omar said, which is one of the worst things you can ever say to a comedian.
That's a good job.
Is good job. After they bomb.
No, I disagree. After they bomb, yeah.
One thing I always like I say is like I respect if you got on stage. These 5 minutes are horror.
Yeah.
I respect anybody who gets on stage and their jokes is just so.
For me, it's like, okay, I get if you don't want to hurt the guys, but like if he didn't ask you, why come up to him and tell him it was good, even though it was shit? Like I understand.
No, it's usually people who come ask.
I've seen it without people asking. I legit.
But thanks God, I haven't. I have never I have never been in that situation. Yeah. But I saw that.
I've been like I had a comedian ask me. She was like new to the comedy. I was new to comedy as well. I was like maybe a year in, and she asked me how was my set. I told her, you need more punchlines.
Yeah.
And she was so sad. Next week she comes, on stage, and she goes, "One comedian told me I need more punchlines, and comedy is not about punchlines. Comedy is about emotions, blah blah blah."
What? Bro.
5
Drama
minutes.
theater.
5 minutes. 0 laughs.
But hey, you were the center of these 5 minutes.
I
So that's
was.
a good thing.
And
This is the only time he was in the center.
this is the yeah, because usually on the store I'm on the edge of this.
Of course.
of the-
Actually, I hate this point of view. There's comedy. It's not about smile, not about love. I hate this point of view.
So
I totally
you
disagree.
hate alternative comedy.
Yeah. Alternative of what? Alternative of humor.
I don't. You know,
That's- yeah.
I was telling one comedian who's a very good comedian. Like we were talking about alternative. I was saying I think because who's the main guy of alternative comedy is Stuart Lee. I think,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of comedians here in Russia, at least, what I saw, is that they want to be Stuart Lee without doing 20 years of Stuart Lee.
Yeah. That's not only in the comedy genre. That's works because everybody, even in business,
But-
everybody see only money,
Yeah,
cars, but they don't know.
But here's my thing. My thing is that between, like, for example, us three, now we sit here and we like shit on each other. We like do jokes about each other, and someone would come in and look at us do this, and they would be afraid, or we would like direct our like insults or like jabs or like jokes
Uh-huh.
on them, and they would see this as toxicity.
Yeah.
Do you think this is good to grow comedy? This type of banter.
It depends
Even
on the
with new people.
It depends on the
Yeah.
person, I think.
I
Not
think
everybody can.
Yeah, not everyone can take, but I'm saying about this thing in general. This because it is in a modern term it's toxic. For me, my friends, like when I was growing up, my friends were all 5 years to 10 years older than me.
Uh-huh.
I had to talk to them like fuck all of you, Like, I had to,
Yeah.
shit on
Friendship,
them.
it's like prison. Yeah.
Yo man, and sadly there was so much soap around me.
Yeah.
no, because you were talking about the whole like
You're in the shower. Yeah. Golden shower.
toxicity stuff. It's the whole thing where it's like, because we talked about this before. Like, if you can't take a joke or take the jabs of someone, I don't think you can make
You
it.
can make it,
You're not gonna
If
be a
you're too
comedian.
sensitive.
It's
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
also like, because we know this person. They're insecure about a certain thing. Like,
Yeah.
and they never want people, like, I remember they don't want people to joke about this stuff, and Abed and I were thinking to ourselves like, you have to get over this stuff, otherwise you're never gonna be
Like
as good as you can be.
Yeah, that's why we have so many, in the community, in the comedy community, even in the English speaking community, we have a lot of groups. I think they're like the
like Chinese
difference.
people, they all they wait for their money to send it to.
The difference between that groups not only, but I don't know what to say, в том числе.
And
In order to in the level of the toxicity.
You mean in order of toxicity?
Yeah, toxicity.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why we have a lot of groups in the one community.
Yeah. Like there's one. That's actually a very good.
Yeah. You
Observation.
always see me with the same people.
Yeah.
Nikita, Anton. But how many Russian comedians do you know? A lot. But we're not widing. We're not chilling with them.
Yeah.
So in English, I saw that too.
yeah.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
But for me, what I think is this banter, this thing of throwing and expecting someone to throw back.
Yeah.
It's something that elevates your sense of comedy.
Yeah.
Your way to talk about. It's like you're talking like let's say we heckle each other. When we're together, we heckle each other a lot. If you cannot take this heckling, I don't think you can.
How to say it? Естественный отбор. Natural
Selection.
Yeah, that's just natural selection. Yeah.
But then, and here where it comes to, we were talking about this before also, is when I started asking people, why are you doing comedy?
Uh-huh.
So, for example, if I know someone wants to be a comedian, I'm gonna shit on you. And I expect you to shit on me back, and I expect to laugh at it. You know, but if someone is there because I'm gonna whatever, like I want to have my, I want to put comedian on my Instagram. Well, since the first, you know, so put one 30 seconds on.
Yeah. Bro, I don't have this shit in my bio.
When do you think?
4 years performing. 4 years
When
of
do you think-
performing. Though.
When do you think you can put it on your Instagram bio? Is there a time like?
Bookstore.
When you fill the
Martial
bookstore.
arts gym. Yeah.
No, I'm saying when can you put comedian? Like,
Sorry.
That's
Sorry.
yeah.
No. I think I heard the word.
No. When?
When? I don't know. I think when you have a solid, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good word. You have solid, at least 10 minutes in the internet, where YouTube, I don't know where.
Okay.
Solid 10 minutes that you like it, which you like.
Okay.
I have a monologue in the
Yeah.
YouTube, but it's already deleted.
Because you don't like it.
Yes.
What you don't like is what you don't like about it.
Two reasons.
What before the tourism?
Yeah, of course.
One. Why did you put it on YouTube? You deleted it because of those two reasons, yeah?
Yeah.
So why did you put it on YouTube, and what did you think you will get from it?
Bro, that's not happening in one day.
I'm asking you.
Yeah.
No, you put it on YouTube.
Yeah, and after
Yes.
No,
after
it's like-
several
you removed
months.
it. So, when you put it on YouTube, what were you thinking? What was your idea?
Like why did you put it on YouTube?
Okay, I can explain actually. Maybe that will sound like commercial, I don't know, something like that.
Whatever.
But I just need to prep professional, good recorded video for I don't know, for organizers.
Yes.
Yeah. For bosses in other clubs. Yeah, in stand-up clubs, maybe in another cities. Yeah, for working. Just for work, for career.
Self-advertising.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, self-advertising. Yeah.
And you deleted it because for two reasons.
Yeah, two reasons. First reason, a lot of rude words.
You're swearing a lot.
Blood, always. Yeah, I use it like, I don't know, space between words. Yeah, that's not cool. I think if we want to talk about rude words, I think that's okay in comedy, but not often.
Yeah, I agree with you.
In right place. In right place, it's right. In every place, it's not right. And actually, second reason, I don't know. I just no. Second reason, because these jokes, I like it, but I make it more funnier, more funny. So I think why I need less funny version of the jokes in the internet if I'm already have most funniest version of that's not most funniest, more funny.
Yeah, the funnier.
Most funniest we did like
On
how
the
to say it.
like
Everything
you polished.
is not perfect.
You polished it more.
Yeah, polished. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like a brand new car.
Should we go to news?
I had another question that I forgot. Yeah, sure. Let's
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we started the podcast, before when we was on the street with Omar, I said to him that I want to talk about how to be a foreigner comedian in Moscow, because I want to talk about it for maybe some foreigner. First of all, I want to say that Moscow is one of the biggest, maybe the biggest city in the Europe.
Yeah.
I mean about population, about technologies, you know. Did you hear what that American journalist told about Moscow?
Yeah, he said the metro was really clean.
Yeah, not only about metro.
That's
He
the only
said
thing I
it's
heard.
like New York City 20 years ago. So
I have
no homeless, no drug addicted person,
because
junkies.
And imagine he doesn't use the metro.
Yeah. So
This is the same as one guy. He was telling me about a certain city. And
I
he was
didn't
like,
know.
how amazing the city was. And I told him, wait, you were not in the city. You were in the 5-star hotel of the city.
yeah, of course, totally agree. You know, a lot of people from Russia in Armenia, they have never seen an underground. Have never seen. Me too. I was in Armenia, but I have never seen another because the taxi
Yeah.
in Armenia, it's so cheap. You don't need like use this.
Yeah,
But
this-
regular citizens, of course, use it. Because when you're on vacation, you're spending your money like you're, I don't know, you rob the casino. Like that.
Yeah.
So, first of all, I want to talk with you because you know about it more than me, of course, obviously, because I was born here.
I was born here too. Thank you.
Really? I thought you was born in Alexandria.
No, I told you I was born
I
here.
forgot.
You don't
How many
know-
years
You
you
don't know.
Zero.
Malakha is the Alexandria of.
Yeah.
That's you know that famous pyramids of Malachovka.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been there for.
That's
3
movie
years.
with Brendan Fraser that was filmed in Malachovka.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Actually,
And I love that one of the guys in it was a very prominent. Like he was a Jew, like an Israeli actor, a bold actor, and he was like so pro Israel, and he was like the pharaoh or whatever, the helper of the pharaoh. But anyway, so sorry for.
no problem.
Yeah.
So I just want to, I don't know, I just wanted to talk with you guys about your experience because you're foreigners and you're making comedy. It's not about like Omar. I think Omar can perform in Russian like in English because actually his Russian is very good.
Yeah.
But actually, some people said me that your Russian is very good too.
Well,
No,
they're
Armin.
delusional. Well, thank
No,
you.
no. You know Armin.
Oh yeah.
He said like you can speak like.
What does he want?
He wants to move the slots
He
again.
wants to move the time again.
Yeah.
we had shout out to the guys from Still Comedy. Thank you for everything, but man, your SMS is annoying.
Yeah, I know.
Man, they know
Just
what?
give them a time.
They put the poster. They put the poster, and the poster said we start at 10:30.
Oh,
You know? No,
Yeah.
but yeah, so
don't worry. Just they need the time.
yeah, of course.
I think that place will be great. Will be great. Will be
100%.
great. Yeah. We just need to wait autumn.
Yeah.
Summer is not a season for the comedy. So, Omar, I think how you identify yourself. You're woman or male? No. You're.
I'm black.
You're Russian comedian or English comedian in Moscow?
I am a comedian.
Okay.
I am yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. I just.
Multi-language.
Yeah, probably. Listen, I just want to do comedy as long as I'm.
So I just mean your experience that's not подходит. How to say?
Does
Fit.
fit? Yeah.
Your experience doesn't fit to other experience. Maybe somebody watches, maybe some guy, I don't know, from Pakistan, I don't know, maybe from Canada, we have like that, and they think, oh, I'm tired of like live here. I want to be expat and I want to do comedy in Moscow. So can you share of your experience?
Please share.
Oh well.
Share it. You'll
No.
get a spot on the store if you say the right thing.
You know what? If in Moscow there's no English comedy, he still be comedian. I don't know, fix my grammar, but you understand me. Yeah.
Do you
He
think?
still can be comedian. If tomorrow, that's all prohibited. English comedy is prohibited. New law. Omar still perform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
But Adrian Nira, no.
We're gonna have to bleep this out. Man, he gave us the mics, man. You know this stuff. Adrian Nero is the one who gave us the mics. If he doesn't like it, he can take the mics away.
No, I'm sorry.
We're gonna
It's
bleep.
only about language. It's only about yeah. You can perform in Russian like me.
Yeah. Well, so your question is how, if a foreigner is interested in doing comedy, English comedy in Moscow, how can he?
Yeah.
What's it
Forget
like?
about your Russian experience. Tell us only about your English experience. Imagine you're a new guy here, and how many mics you have. Tell them about it.
What the fuck?
Are you the spokesperson for Moscow English comedy events? You can follow them on Telegram and Instagram.
Nah, it's, we have about like what 3 shows a week.
Almost, you can say almost 3 shows a week.
Yeah, except for 1 week. Yeah.
So 2 open mics a week.
2 open mics a week. Usually, what you do? I mean, why? This is not what I thought when you asked me on the street or like how many open.
No,
Yeah.
I just
No,
no.
but so what's your experience? So someone is coming here. What would you tell them about the experience of beginning?
Yeah. So first of all, who will watch us? Foreigners, because
Yeah.
yeah, for, or nobody.
No.
No, someone will watch us.
Of course,
I'm
yeah.
thinking my mom, my 2 sisters, 100% of them.
Yeah. My cousin's gonna watch as well.
So
She's
imagine your cousin came to Moscow. Come to Moscow.
knock on wood. She will never. She will never come here.
Omar will be like, God, nobody touches me. He's gonna fucking kill all.
Is it she?
It's a she. Yeah.
Oh, I think it's a cousin. It's not gender word.
Yeah.
So, should foreigner to start perform in Russian or in English? It's enough.
Depends what you want. This is a good thing he always says. It depends what you want, cause like
It's the only good thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, you always say like you have 1 more minute. That's also a good thing. You remind me. No, but it's depends on what you want to do. If you just want to do it for fun,
Like hobby, yeah.
yeah, like a hobby. Yeah, English is enough or Russian is enough. But if you wanna do it,
If you want to make money.
if you wanna make money, if you want to
Everything
just
is
get
about money.
not money, just if
You're
you
from
wanna.
Middle East, I'm from Armenia.
Well, yeah.
Everything is about money.
Beards and money. If you just want to become better as a comedian, doing it in any language you can is good. So, I mean, the only problem, so you kind of can get better from doing it in English, in Russian, but you only have 2 open mics. You need to factor in how much work you do off stage. So if you, like let's say you write every day, you polish your stuff, and you perform twice, yeah, you can be good. But the problem is now you're not gonna be able to make enough money from it, stuff like that. So just for me, it's do as what you can. I did comedy in French a couple of times. I speak shit French. Well, I don't speak French at all. I just did it for fun. I wanted to see how it's gonna work. I think that's
one thing I tell people is why, but one thing I tell them, which is don't expect this to be your career.
Yeah, you're
In
right.
English,
Actually, you're right.
Yeah, like comedy in general. This is not like aim for it to be your career, but don't bank on it. Like don't go like make your whole life about it. You know, and, like neglect all of other things in your life and just don't expect it because it will, like if you work on it, it will like give you money, but that's way down the
super
line.
hard, yeah.
Yeah. Especially in English, yeah.
Studying in English, it's almost impossible.
Yeah, I think
It's almost impossible.
No, I don't think in Russia no comedian is gonna make it in English. Like they can be funny, but it's not gonna be their job.
Oh yeah,
I
in
don't-
English, yeah. But one thing, like
So it's not your job?
no, I have another job. I get some money from it. So what I so my way of thinking for stand up in general, when I was starting stand up, when I knew that this is what I want. Then at that point, but this is because of like my age, yeah. Like at that time, I started. I was 32, and what I was thinking, like when I learned how to write a joke, you know, when I learned that I can be funny, you know, I can make people laugh. I was like, okay, I want this to be my full-time job. Okay, how can I make it? That's one thing, and the second is what I like to call milestones, like aim for something. Yeah. So I think in my second year to third year, I understood. Okay, I want to get on paid shows. Yeah, this is one thing. The moment I start getting paid, that's what you call this. You become a professional, basically.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
Kinda.
Yeah.
amazing. Like, kind of. There's something I wanted to ask you. Like, do you feel annoyed when? So, you did hosting. Omar is hosting. I like host and host. When you're trying to say we have comedians, if you notice, I try my best to say we have performers. We don't have comedians. So, for example, or when I say the next comedian,
I just realized it right
some
now.
other people, I say the next performer.
Yeah. Oh.
You know. There's a
So now I will focus what you say before me. Yeah.
You never noticed this?
No, never.
I've seen it because I remember the day I noticed it.
I have never noticed that.
I remember because there's this new guy. I forgot honestly who it was, but you're gonna say. So this is what he did. The next performer.
Yeah, I couldn't say comedian.
Bro, you're from the hell.
Yeah, but I think this is bad. You know?
Pure evil, right here in our podcast.
Because I love you said our. But like,
For one
do you
day.
think there's a difference in stand-up comedy between calling someone a comedian and a performer?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I know the difference. Yeah.
No, I think there is a difference.
There is,
Yeah.
Okay, what's the difference?
Can I?
Yeah, sure.
No problem. Everybody can be performer. Not everybody can be comedian. Yeah. I can explain. Comedian, it's a lifestyle. I don't know. It's experience. Yeah. It's like actually stand-up comedy. It's a genre like it's easily to entire. It's easily to enter.
Yeah.
It's easily to enter.
Yeah.
Because you just need, I don't know, mouse, and mic, and one hand, at least one.
The man, trust me, the mouth stuff is not needed nowadays. There's comedians who have like their jokes written on their phone and this AI reads it.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to perform.
Yeah.
Especially in a big city like Moscow.
Yeah.
It's very easy to perform. So, but comedian, it's like a major. It's like a work. It's like a призвание. I don't know. It's
Calling?
No, it's like
profile. I don't know.
yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's in your job description, maybe.
No. One second. Degree. It's like degree. Comedian. It's like I don't know. It's
Yes.
Yeah. So if you perform, I don't know, 1 year, 2 years, doesn't matter, because like Godfrey, you can perform at the week 40 times, and I think you're a comedian after a week. Yeah. So and a lot of guys, they just perform for the ego. They perform
themselves.
Or just so it's it will be hard to translate it, but I will try to do my best. I was a host in the German Jack, the place for the beginners.
Yeah.
If beginners want to perform, they need to brought one guest.
Yes.
Yeah, one viewer. So a lot of beginners, when they perform, they always advertise their little business. Like I'm a teacher, like I'm a psychologist, like I'm a business coach. Always this, like that's like advertised pause on the TV show. That was like that.
That's a very
Yeah. And one of the very quick brain, very smart girl from the audience, he said, a lot of people nowadays use stand-up comedy like to promote personal brand. Promote personal brand, and stand-up became an instrument, became a tool. Stand-up comedy became a tool for advertise yourself in your business. Oh, that's hypocrites. They're hypocrites. That's not doing for love. That's not. They're not doing it for the comedy. They're not doing it for the industry, and especially not for community. They're doing it only for
Self-gain.
For self. So They're comedians. No, they're business coaches, and they said it. They're not saying. Even they are not saying they're comedians on the stage. So why host should do that? Yeah.
There's this thing
Arkadii works thank you. This was insightful so long.
Yeah, bro. How you call it, your podcast?
blowing off steam.
That was it.
I love the thought that after the show, Arkadii went there, was like, hey, so I found a rule, you did a good job. You did what you paid for.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, I remember just this thing I heard. We were talking about it actually like a week ago. Comedian Joe List, he said, if when you're performing, especially if you're somewhat of a professional now or going to the professional level, is never say I am, like you say, oh, you're a coach, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or whatever.
No, Muay Thai.
Muay Thai, yeah. You should never say I'm a Muay Thai coach. You say
Never.
I used to be a Muay Thai coach.
Yeah. But actually, I'm not even say in that way, in the past way.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying if you're talking about your job, let's say.
Yeah. Sometimes I want to perform it. That's my problem. Abed. Sometimes I really want to perform in the tank top.
Yeah.
You saw it.
Yeah.
I do it, but very rare.
Yeah.
But I want to do it always. But I feel uncomfortable because they are not listening joke. They are just looking at me like, oh, what a hot body.
I see. They just look at those hairs.
I think they're
chest.
Arkadii. They're not saying what a hot body. They're looking what a hairy body. Yeah.
No, you know why I'm gonna take my clothes off? Because only women, and I like yoga teacher.
Yeah.
So what's your difference between comedian and performer?
Oh man, after your tangent, I think that it's.
I think you agree with me.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. I agree with you in the sense like everyone can be a performer, not everyone can be a comedian. Like a comedian is more of like, it's your job. It's like, you really do this, you know?
Yeah.
You're not like
From the bottom of your heart.
Yeah. You understand how it works.
Yeah. But going back to like why, like as a foreigner, all of this is that, again, why and what I did is I put myself milestones. So for example, 2 years I want to get for my first paid show. It was a year and a half, and I got my first paid show. And then after I was like, okay, next
Milestone.
next I need to constantly be paid. Not only once, it needs to be constantly paid. Yeah, I reached that. Then one of my milestones, which I like, this is my top milestone, is when I go, okay, thank God it happened. It made me feel like really good about performing. Is Eddie Izzo? Transvestite comedian. He's an English comedian. He came to Russia to perform in 2013. With him, he had like a tour all around Europe. It was called Force
More than
Majeure.
10 years ago.
Yeah, more than 10 years ago. And in the
Old school.
was it? Well, whatever, 9-10 years. And who opened for him? It was a Russian comedian, Igor Mirsin, a French comedian, Yassin Bellhaus, I think. I forgot the German comedian's name, and an Italian comedian. You know, so it was 4 comedians and him. And then at the first Punchline Festival, the first ever Punchline Festival, I was hosting at Jim and Jack's. And while I was hosting, comes Sasha Malloy and Vasyl Medvedev. And who's with them? Igor Mirsin and Yassin Bellhaus. They come with them. They told, oh, there's English comedy, so they came with them. The moment I saw them, I was like, oh my God. And I remember I was hosting.
So you saw how they are performing?
Yes, in an open mic. You know, at the festival. And I was like, this for me means I'm doing something. You know, and then it came the next step. It was doing more than 5 minutes, 10. Building the set, which is for 15 minutes, proper 15 minutes, polished 15 minutes. And like, you know, like it's slow, it's steps.
So the fact they are here in your open mic, that makes you happy.
That made me happy. The idea is that I am hosting a show where I just saw these people, you know, who are like amazing work, all of this. And I was like, oh,
They're
this
not
is
was
cool.
popular in that time, I know.
Igor Mirsin is popular, but not in Russia. He's popular in the US. Yeah. And Yassin Belhouse is in France. He's very popular in France. You know?
Cool.
Even one of the guys who runs French comedy here, Mathieu Ledoux, he contacted him. They were like, they're in contact.
Yeah, Mathieu. Shout out to Mathieu. Very funny.
Whatever. So that's the thing. It's if you want to continue it, you have to do, especially as a foreigner. If you're performing English, my idea, what I'm trying to say, every performance, because once I was saying, Omar was like, back in the day, we have 2 mics, and to get on the second mic, you had to be good.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
Yeah. I'm still thought about that because Omar said like we have 3 shows at the week. Bro, you have 3 shows at the week. If you're a new guy or you're not funny, you cannot perform 3 times in the week. No, just one time.
Yes, yeah. So you had I had to write to the point to write really well. For my satisfaction, audience satisfaction, and the person who's watching.
Yeah.
And at one point, I then realized, fuck the person who's watching. I don't care about you. I love the audience, but I really don't like. I want you to laugh, but I want to talk about. I want to talk.
Yeah. Of course.
You know, and make you laugh with it. So the idea is that you put these goals and you shape it on these goals. The other thing is because we have one. Let's say we have 2. So 2 per week, and you only perform in English. You have to challenge yourself. You have to try as much shit as you can to see what fits you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you want to repeat the same 5 minutes, one thing I really love about I can say even comedian, Lia.
Liko. Yeah, Liko.
This girl, I really like to watch her perform. That every time she gets on stage, not every time, every month, she tries, for example, 5 minutes. She keeps on trying 5 minutes, until she's sure herself performing. And then the next week, she will change 1 or 2 minutes to keep on testing herself. She comes to the workshop almost every.
Sounds professional.
She wants to be better. And that's this is what I can see. And this is the only way for a foreigner, let's say, to do it. The problem with it is that the ego.
Yeah.
You know? One thing about comedy is that ego will fuck you.
Definitely.
Yeah. Some egos will put you in a bubble and you'll never. It was for me. I spent maybe 4 years and I wrote 30 new minutes. You know? That's very bad. But that was before.
No, actually, it's not bad. Everybody has their own temp.
But it's not about them, it's about ego. I wanted to show the audience I'm funny, so I had to repeat my own shit. Because of this ego. And then I was like, fuck that shit. No, man. And I realized what comedy is. When you get on stage, put that ego to the right.
To the side.
That's one of the reasons why we should post our material, good recorded material, qualified, I don't know, in the YouTube. Because we need to,
get rid of it. Well, kind of work.
Избавиться.
Yeah, get rid of it.
Yeah, get rid of our jokes that, we write solid 15 minutes. And
I am so
post it.
I am so against of posting shit for example 5 or 10 minutes.
No, I'm not.
That is
If you're not popular,
polished.
that's the best way.
No, that's not polished. I am so against it.
No, but he's saying polished.
Yeah, polished.
I said solid, but if it's solid, it's polished.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But my thing is, if you want to post something, this 10 minutes, my thing, if you post this 10 minutes, at the time when you're growing up as a comedian, this 10 minutes can become 30.
Maybe, yeah.
This is what sometimes and this is why I understand Russian comedians who perform on the television city, is that they have to get, they throw their material basically.
Yeah.
And I just simply was but I understand why. The money is good.
Of course.
Plus writing is good. It makes you write more.
Yeah. And they help you.
Yeah. And the one thing that I know, but the one thing is I look at it would be interesting if you talk more about this. But I understand.
It's not a television
how-
format.
Yeah. I
If you,
understand how.
if you want to make those people funny who will think like speak about it more, you should to do your own YouTube
Yes,
Channel,
and
yeah,
do
yeah.
what you want. But regular television viewer
Yeah.
don't think like
Don't
that.
think- yeah.
Yeah.
You think like comedian.
Yes.
Yeah. But a lot of viewers think like change the topic, change the topic, change the topic.
And one other thing is that as a foreigner, like here, a lot of them. This is where they don't do the work. They don't do the hard. They're not ready for hard work. Like I know, like this was before even.
Who again? They're
So
they're
they
guys
don't- they're
who
not ready to
5-10
do the
minutes
work.
comedians.
Yeah.
Who? Like in Russian or in
In
English?
English, I'm talking about like in English. So a foreigner who wants to perform, they reach this 5 minutes and they stick to it.
Yeah.
Once
Because of the ego, yeah.
one thing is ego. The other thing is they don't want to write more. That's it. This will get me. Sorry to say this. This will get me pussy.
Yeah.
You know? This is
How much material you want to write? Enough for pussy. pussy level of jokes. Yeah,
Depending
5
how
minutes.
tall, how short her skirt is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's something that should be kind of like sure, do whatever you want, but one thing is like you need more. Now I'm speaking not only as a promoter, as someone like who wants to invite comedians to shows.
Yeah, I understand.
You know, and then like
Commercial.
yeah, you know, you sit there, you get someone who's like they have only 5 minutes, so like I want you to do more. Like, I want like 10, like I want to have 10 minutes, I want to have 15 minutes. And this is the most important part. Be ready to fail. Be ready to perform in front of one person. I know so many people who text me. How many audience members will there be?
Because they don't want to perform
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
three people.
You have to eat shit.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to put some salt, some spices, and say, and then dive in it.
You know what? The last open mic in Still.
Yeah,
When I was a
one
yoga
with
teacher.
nobody.
Yeah, when I was.
Yeah.
I just I want to say or told you that I'm gonna leave because I don't want to perform.
Yeah.
But I said to myself like, oh come on, brother, just 5-6 minutes. Let's go and go.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like if like
Guys,
be
how
ready.
to
You want to go?
better.
Go pee.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can cut this until.
Very I don't know high amount views if we cut
Reels.
reels.
Yeah.
Reels and shorts, bro. That's
Yeah.
with Russian subtitles. Yeah.
You're gonna do the Russian subtitles?
No problem. No
Okay.
problem. I can do that. No, I can do that.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, let's go to some news.
Some news.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Let's
So let's start with the stingray.
oh man.
So you know it's a stingray.
Stingray?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stingray.
You know the zoo guy who died in Australia?
Australian guy who was like with animals and everything.
What was his name?
I saw in IG in Instagram that's modern Tarzan. Modern.
Well, I think it's not, but he died. The guy who died, no?
Oh, you're talking about Steve?
Yes.
Steve Martin.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Not Martin. Steve Martin is the comedian.
Oh no, Steve Carey. Oh,
No, yes.
Steve Batata. But yeah,
Steve something, yeah.
No, actually, I think he's a Martin. Just
Yeah?
like
Google him quickly.
Yeah, can you Google Steve? I know how he died.
Stingray.
I know how he died.
How?
How did he die?
Under that electric fish. He
It's not an electric fish, but yeah. That's an
in the river.
No, it's not Steve Martin.
What
I don't
what's
know.
his last name?
Steve, Australian.
Steve, Australian zookeeper.
Zookeeper.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was.
Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin. Yeah,
Irwin,
exactly.
yeah.
Irwin Martin. You know,
Yeah,
same
bro.
letter.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so you know, so now you know what a stingray is, yeah? It's this animal, looks like, it's a triangle and has a tail.
Yeah. That's no, that's electric shit.
no.
I don't know.
I think he
How
died
they
he died
call
from
it?
from this stingray.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So this
Needle.
Yes.
Yeah, that shit has a needle on the I don't know high part of the tail.
Yeah.
High pop.
The end of the tip. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know what to say.
You know, so
Well, this is gonna be shocking
and then
news.
there's like during sex, it's like, can I enter? Can I put my high part in you? So.
No, in your high part. Undertale.
So
Yeah.
strict.
Oh.
So there's a stingray that got pregnant without male, without like male, I don't know what you call it, intercourse or without fucking.
Like Virgin Maria.
Yeah.
Yeah, Virgin Ria.
Yeah, Virgin Ray. Yeah, and it got pregnant without a male. Now it has a reproductive disease. It has an STD.
Is that what the reproductive disease is?
Can you?
Oh,
Because I thought reproductive disease meant it can't like reproduce anymore. I thought at the beginning I thought it was an STD.
I thought it was an STD me too, to be honest.
So you need to explain me.
Yeah.
Stinger,
Stingray.
stingray. What is that?
It's an animal that killed Erwin.
Ah, okay. Scott. Electric.
Yeah, electric shit or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah, there's one in an aquarium and it got pregnant with no man around her. There's no man for 8 years with
There's
her.
no man, yeah, no, male.
Male. Well, they said there's no male
But
stingray.
the owner of that aquarium just smiling. And everybody asked him like, "Why are you jerking on the
I love
aquarium? Stop jerking on the aquarium."
Yeah, he's like, I like this shocking sensation with this. He puts the tip. What did he say? What did he say?
He puts the needle on the high part.
Yeah, he puts his high
High
part.
part. High. Like I don't know.
Tip. It's called tip. It's called tip.
No, just imagine the tail. Down part of the tail in the conch.
And it's
Yeah,
called tip.
it's called a tip.
Yeah, but
This is called a tip. The high part.
yeah, high part at this.
It's called the bottom part.
It's called the bottom.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe.
Which is now this is the bottom of our broadcast.
Yeah.
Guys, that's not my native language.
That's fine.
It's fine. We're enjoying you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm so pregnant fish in this podcast.
No, my thought is like when they found out, it was everybody looked at her like, "Oh, did you have sex with?"
They made they made it's such like a teenage stingray, you know, like it gets pregnant and it's like, I swear to God, Mom, I didn't have sex with.
No. Imagine
Stingray.
Imagine the situation. This fish was separated with her husband in the ocean, and I don't know how her owner buy new to the aquarium, and that's a husband, and she's a pregnant. Couple questions.
Yeah.
That's one of the ways to tell someone that you're cheating.
Yeah. Try to explain it. Yeah.
It's your baby, Stingray.
Yeah.
We haven't been together for 8 years.
It looks Asian. What the fuck?
No. It's not the language. What do you mean? It's shark.
Yeah. It looks like Steve Irwin for some reason.
That's how we make comedy.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
I did like someone who wants to report this to their boss, like, how the fuck should I report this? Without them thinking I have a habit.
Yeah.
And they know, and there's like a rumor about it.
You know that shit can smile.
Stingrays?
Memes.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Smiley that.
That's the only thing it has besides the smile.
I mean, it doesn't have teeth as well. Good.
But you're not cheating while you're pregnant. What a day!
Yeah. It's because they say it's some of a genetic mutation thingy.
Yeah, of course.
You think if the kids fucked each other, are they gonna get retarded stingrays as well?
The DNA?
Yeah. You know the stuff like inbred.
Yeah.
You know, kings and queens.
Yeah. Armenians.
Oh, bro. Delete it.
You're gonna get deported from Armenia.
Ah, shit.
Oh my, you're gonna get so many Armenians.
We're in Armenia right now.
Well, no, he's talking about Armenian stingrays.
Yeah.
They have beards. No teeth.
No, you mean like It's between relatives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course. But
No, I'm saying if these so if her kid, because it said like, first of all, did you know that the kids of stingrays are called pups?
That explains a lot.
Did you?
pups, like you mean
Puppies.
Yeah, puppies is little ducks.
Yeah.
And this little stingrays.
Kids of stingrays are called pups. Well, that's what I read here. It says they're expecting like 6 or whatever pups.
Okay, now, that's a shitty job for the new husband.
He's very worried about it, I think.
Yeah.
You're thinking about it too much, bro.
Imagine.
Did you fuck your...
How we found this news? You know that like when you're watching porn, there are like
And Omar like... What?
There's a thing that called Steve Warren.
Just because he's from Egypt.
Yeah.
A lot, in the Red Sea, a lot of these things.
Ah, really? I didn't know that.
bro.
Ah.
I saw.
I was
You
like,
were in the Red Sea?
Yeah, in Hurghada, you know.
shout
Actually, that
out.
was popular. I think it's popular now too.
And for Russians,
Yeah,
yeah.
they
It's
call
a resort.
Resort.
Resort, yeah.
Resort for what? For STDs apparently of stingrays.
No, that's just family.
It's
Like so many Egyptians I knew like who spoke Russian without ever stepping the foot.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
And
They all learned it from the same Armenian guy.
and they all have the same. Imagine they all have the same story that they worked as a massagist, and the Russian, seduced them, and they had to massage her, and then they had sex with him/her. And they're like, they all have the same fucking story.
Yeah.
And I want to know who is the first Egyptian who went with this story and everybody just took it.
It was it was the president, my guy.
Oh.
It was like, man, Russia
I
gave.
think I remember the name of the president. Hosni Mubarak.
Hosni Mubarak.
Oh yeah, that's the guy.
Hosni Mubarak was the president who always like made jokes to escape questions. Mr. President, our economy is shit. Yeah, my guy, what are you talking about? Everything is shit in this world.
Yeah.
And all of it.
Nothing is perfect.
Next question.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, he was.
Mr.
He's
President.
not performer. He's comedian.
Okay, Hosni Mubarak, someone. Our economy shit is like, did you hear about the stingray who got pregnant?
Have you seen the stingrays, in the sea?
Yeah, oh.
And I love it. Like it's there's like about a certain dictator in the Arab world who he was sitting with a person from the European Union, an economic something, and he was like every phrase he would say there's an applause after it, and people applaud, and then this European guy looks at him and goes, where I'm from, you don't get that much applause. Nobody applauds you for basically nothing. And he just says, I know. And people go, yeah, he knows. Get these guns off our faces and pull this needle out. And the next one. Okay, this is
one is funny.
in a court in the United States. Yeah, because that's where all courts are. A guy they want to come up with I was about to say the client, with the defendant, the person who's being accused of something, and he wasn't there, so his lawyer goes, he's on a Zoom call, so she shows him on Zoom. Now, why were they talking to him?
Because
Why did they, why was the court?
so he had a suspended license. So his driver's license got suspended, and
Expired.
Well, not expired, no.
Suspended.
Suspended as in the police stopped it. No, the police stopped it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Ah,
It
suspended.
was taken
Изъято.
from-
Изъято.
Yeah.
It was taken
yeah,
from
and then he goes to the Zoom call, and
the court.
Yeah, from a car. From a car. I
Yeah,
saw that.
yeah.
Yeah, black guy. Yeah.
Black. I don't know why you had to
The
mention.
court was a black woman too.
Black guy.
Black guy.
Yeah, black.
And he said like, "Are you driving?"
Yeah.
and he answered,
I'm parking.
"Yeah, I'm parking." Yeah. Bro, they're the same shit. Parking and driving.
Yeah. The it's so, for me it's like, I'm not sure you guys know do you guys know what's it called? What's it called? Predator something. To catch a predator.
And I think they catch pedophiles.
Yeah. So there's this show where they catch pedophiles.
Ah, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, and there's this one similar story. It's what kind of similar? One guy, he comes to the house, they catch him, and then they let him go. Next day, he was going to McDonald's to meet another guy, and it's literally the same like, story, man.
No, but there's a little bit more story about this. Like there's more. So he is not actually suspended. In 2000, like 10 years before, he would like the suspension is like it's gone. So he's fine to drive. The thing is that when they filed for the court, you know, when they gave like the like everything is okay, they didn't send it to the DMV. They didn't send it to the Department of Motor Vehicles, I think, or whatever. So for like 10 years, he didn't know that his license was suspended. It's not suspended, but the court
doesn't. So it's
because
not.
of bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Someone just didn't press an enter, and he's fucked.
And the thing is, he said I remember what's it called? The judge, he was like, you're gonna have to come here, like self-arrest basically or whatever.
You have to go to the police station by the evening.
Yeah, he was like, can I drive here probably or something.
I know a lot of guys in Russia who are, who are studying to the driver license, and they are drive to the exam.
This was in Jordan.
Usually it's rich kids. Usually it's rich kids. Yeah, they are like they drive by his own car. For the take his driver license
in front of the policeman.
And nobody cares.
One thing where like when we were doing our license exam, like when I got my license, long ago. So I don't know how's the did you have the driver's exam here in Russia or not? Do you have a driver's license or you don't?
I'm not, but I know how it works. Exams, two.
So
Theory and practice.
The theory. So
driving.
In the theory in Jordan, it was like that was long ago. It was one of the funniest because the questions were fucking stupid. We'll hear more about this. Come to our competition.
If you're driving and see grandmother, what you gonna do? Yeah.
No, I have a joke about it. But anyway. But the second thing is when you in the practice exam, you have 3 mistakes. You do 3 mistakes. That's it. And there's one which is this mistake. If you do it, that's it. Your driver's license is gone.
It's when you go inside the car and don't say Bismillah. It's when you go to the car and don't say Bismillah. That's an automatic fail, you know.
Or you don't seek the policeman's thing. So one of the problems that I had is I got taught by my mom how to drive a car. So I drive like an old woman. But when I park like fucking whoever you want, a McLaren driver, because my cousin taught me how to park. So how do I park? I park like the parallel parking.
I know. So car, and you're in the middle.
So you need to do it in 3 steps. You know, you park and then you go back. You like swerve the car and then you park. So it's 3 steps. I do it in one step.
Wow.
And I get failed.
Why? Because you need to.
Tell me how to do this.
That's very stupid. Very stupid.
You know what's funny? I failed the first time, and the second time I did it quick, and they failed me. And the third time was like, okay, make sure you don't do it. Make sure you don't do it. Make sure you don't do it. So I park, and they have to see your hands on the wheel.
You just need to separate your actions. Make it in 3 steps.
I couldn't. No, but I would have, and for example, your hands have to be on the steering wheel. If one hand just goes, you're fucked.
Okay.
You know, you want to change the gears, you have to change and go back. Always. What was it? 10 and 3. No, 10 and 2. Or 9 and 3. Teach us really. So the third time I do it, I park. I start shaking and sweating, and the policeman looks at me and goes, "You're doing fine." I was like, "You don't get it." So stopping myself from doing it.
I just tried not to be so cool.
And you have to check your neck, because you have to look in the back. And what I do it with the mirror. So I don't do shit and one thing. I was so sweating. It's an exam, it's a final exam or something. But the guy just tells me this. okay, take it easy. And I go, okay. And then I just go and I start doing it with one hand, and the policeman next to me, I will never fucking forget. Sorry, not next to me, the one guy behind me. He knows me, like he saw me before. He's the one who failed me. He tells me both hands.
Okay, because of he tired. Tired to see you
Like,
again.
okay, because he's tired of seeing my ugly face. And that exam, I saw one girl who broke almost every fucking rule. And in Jordan, they don't let you out on the main street. Sorry, they let you out on the main street. In Russia, do they let you out on the main street or not? During the exam.
Yeah, of course.
They let you out on the main street.
Yeah. But with the letter of the letter U on the card. That's when.
Obluda.
Yeah, that you.
Watch out.
Yeah.
Because we have it in Jordan. Well, it's in Arabic letters. Yeah. So it's,
That means like student.
like, I can translation will get lost in translation. So never mind. So
In Jordan, what?
In Jordan, they, like when we go on the main street, so we have a problem. So you know the speed bumps.
Speed bumps. You mean like?
When you're going like yes.
You know how we call it?
Fallen
policeman. Not fallen,
no,
like
laying down policeman.
Yeah.
And in Jordan, it's not a laying down policeman. What? It's like 5. That's how big it is. And they all have beer and like have eaten a lot of food. But it's so you climb a mountain to the point where if you're driving stick,
roller coaster.
You go, whoa! And
That flip. Yeah.
if you go a little bit fast, like 30 kilometers per hour, you might break your car. This is how fast
13?
30. And that's fast. And the thing is, if you're driving stiff, your car might actually fuck. Like you might fuck your car, like changing gears. It's like what? This is so hard. What the fuck is this shit?
Stuntman exit. Yeah, that's that.
This girl, like I'm not joking if I tell you, she like
Broke every rule.
every fucking rule. She gets out, and the guy. So what they do this thing. So you park, then you have to get out of the car, walk around the car back to the policeman, and wait for him to give you
The results.
the result.
There's corruption scam.
No, there's not. This is what they do. This is a way of them telling you we're on top of you. We're bosses here.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, the small things. But so this girl goes, and she's so happy, and he tells her, and she starts crying.
Wow.
She fucking like breaks down. How am I gonna drive my sick mom to the hospital? I'm the only one in this family. My father left us. And she just will. So he goes, okay, takes her paper, and she succeeds. She takes her paper, she's happy, tears disappear. She goes and her father and mother are standing. And they go, and there's a guy who gave her an Oscar.
Actually, I remember when my dad, when he went back to Egypt, like he lived in Russia, and he went back to Egypt, and his license was already expired, so had to do the exam again. And that time there was like a shit ton of corruption, and they wanted like a bribe for him to pass. And then my dad goes, No.
That time.
There was a lot of corruption.
Shitload.
The time is still, bro.
Yeah. But at that time, it was less corruption than now.
Okay.
But like for him, it was a lot of corruption since.
Because he lived in Russia, there's no corruption here.
No, I mean like when he got.
What Russia can live? We lived in the same Russia.
The one Russian audience we have.
Yeah.
To the comments.
No. I mean like the corruption compared to when he got his license the first time in Egypt, and he goes, they were like, oh, we're gonna fail you unless you pay us, and he goes, well, I don't want your shitty license. They're like, what do you mean? And he goes, well, I have a Russian license, and they go like, oh, can we see it? They saw the Russian license. They're like, oh, so you know how to drive? And they just gave him the Egyptian license again, and it's like,
In
Romania, you can pass the test,
but you'll never pass your father's test. You know the family test?
No.
I'll tell you about it, okay.
I don't get it. Okay. Only if you can drive with an open window, hand and
outside.
cigarette.
You need to have the tan on the elbow.
Yeah. You need to. I don't know. You need to you need to.
You need to know
able
how.
to-
You need to be able to drive and smoke at the same time. Yeah.
Oh no, man! You need also to have the phone.
Yeah.
Your eye should be. You should have. You know the radar of the eye.
Yeah.
Going, where's the police? Where's the police? Where's the police? You know this. You need to have this.
And your eyes need to look for every church so you can cross.
Bro, how do you know that?
And you need to listen to the proper music. And there's what I like to call is the parents test. You know the parents test. It's
DNA, you mean?
No, DNA is much easier. Fingering your ass is much easier. The parents test, once you get your driver's license, you have to drive with your mom/father next to you.
Oh,
because
bro.
they are the real judges.
Yeah.
Because fuck what every policeman says.
Yeah.
Your
Too fast.
too fast. You're like, motherfuckers, we're still not outside our house. So haven't entered the car. Well, no, there might be kids walking.
Yeah.
Well, they should not be walking here. They should be at home studying.
That's cool.
And we had, remember we had like this booklet for the theory exam, like 100 pages for the theory exam.
Yeah.
Am I studying calculus? What are you talking about?
You have that book?
Yeah, we have like this, like 100 page. You need like every sign, you need to know it. Like, I love. We had one sign which said road works. You know, like or there's something falling, debris falling from a mountain. You're like, we have no mountains. Why should I learn this? Like, in case you go, you're like, I'm not going anywhere.
So in Jordan, not a lot of mountains, yeah?
So here's the funny part. Jordan actually, it's built on like 7 mountains is around. Is Jordan is basically 7 mountains, but there's no such thing as shit falling. Like there's no the only shit that might fall is when our what do you call it? When the pipes are clogged. And someone flushes the toilet in the 7th floor and it comes up in front of me in the kitchen. That's the only shit that's.
Actually, that's happened for you.
That happened. Man, when I was, how old was I? I was like 15. I remember when I stopped getting disgusted by anything in life. Shit came out, and we had to call a guy like who like cleans the drains.
Plumber.
This guy was not a plumber. This guy is what? Is that? I don't know. Give me another word on plumber. This guy was a guru of fucking plumbing. You know, he had his beard. He had his own. How do you call it? Pray, because he's gonna pray before he goes down whatever shithole that is. And he didn't have his
carpet.
The carpet. and because we lived at the bottom floor, the first floor basically. And we had all the drainage were there. So when you open it, it's everything. And he didn't have his assistant. And my mother was like, go assistant. And because I'm such a good boy and the pussy is small. And I go, and I'll never forget it because I wanted to go see my friend at the time. We wanted to go play PlayStation 1.
After that, you became a man.
After that, my friend stopped talking to me for a week. Because when I went to his house, long story short, when I went to his house, I smelled so bad. That his dad opened the door, looked at me and said, nope.
Not today.
Not ever. And I remember when he opened the manhole.
So that's why you moved to
No, I moved to Russia because I was escaping my family. That's a whole different kind of words. And everything that came out, I remember the lovely cockroaches, everything that came out, and the guy goes, "You're gonna help me."
And actually, it's worse because it's a hot country.
It was in the
if it's
summer.
happened in Siberia in January, that's not so bad. How it happened in Jordan in what month?
It was in June.
June?
It was my friend's birthday, and I'll never fucking forget this because So in Jordan, I think in many countries, you know, when someone says, "I have a cat," it's not this. It's the cat has you.
Yeah.
So the cat comes to your house, I'm yours,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Or basically,
You're a slave of your cat.
Yeah, you're my
Yeah.
slave. Yeah. And I remember when the cat stopped coming to me, and my mom was so happy. She's like, "Okay, you stay outside. Let that smell and get the cats out." Like, thank you, mom, for being such a supportive.
Ah.
That's it. That's the end of my trauma for this episode.
Yeah. We have to wrap up quickly.
Yeah. So let's do one.
Ask
one last,
credit.
One like we do an ask credit segment. I have two questions, but maybe we can go with one or two. So the first one, what's the best way to trigger people? What's the best way to make people
Annoyed.
yes to piss off people?
When you want to say something and you're like, I don't know.
Exactly like this.
No, and you're like, oh, never mind. Never
yeah.
mind. When you want to say something and after like 2 seconds you say, oh, never mind. That's not about you. That's not for you. That's not for your information.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know. Yeah, like that. Like that.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Is this how you this is your conversation with your girlfriend?
Yeah, maybe.
But it's you or her who does that.
It depends on the day. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So you guys like play ping pong. That's good.
Oh, equality. I'm a feminist.
Yeah, right. I can see that from your mustache.
Yeah.
The thing, well, it's similar to what he does, but your girlfriend Lucy, she does it a lot. Is she's telling a story, and then she gets distracted, and you do it a lot too, man. What the fuck? You get distracted from telling the story, and you don't finish the story. Like finish the story first,
What
and then,
story?
whatever the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
I hate this so much. It's
No, for me, I found love is tell the truth. Be a baby.
And I know.
And to be
Tell
honest,
the truth? No, actually, some people really love it. Good people love it.
Really?
I think
Yeah, until it's the truth about them.
maybe. And I don't like too much tactile, like, when people like.
Like, oh, no,
Yeah.
You're awesome. No, you are awesome.
No. I'm not about
Yeah,
that.
well,
I mean, that's usually that guys. Like I don't know when he speak with you and he too much touch you,
touchy.
yeah.
like shaking you. Yeah.
And
But triple it.
and with the fingers,
Yeah.
And this like they keep on poking you.
Poking too,
Yeah.
but I'm in general, like when somebody.
How would you accept it from someone who keeps doing this, but you're like, no, you can do it to me.
Any people close with me, like my close friends, my GF, my mom, my father, my relatives, siblings.
Why do they keep on touching your hand? What the fuck are you doing to them, man?
No,
Don't pay attention to them that much.
no. Just imagine they tell you joke, and you start laughing together,
Yeah.
and they feel that you like it joke, and they think they can
Touch you.
I don't know, borders.
Cross the borders.
Yeah, cross the borders, and there's that. Oh, that joke. You like that joke? And they start like that. Yeah.
Grab them by the.
Actually, you are you understand this more because in our cultures, Middle East, Caucasians, the people like to do that.
Yeah. She can check the comments. What did people write in here?
Oh,
There are comments? I'm interested.
What was the question? I forgot it.
It's quickest way, easiest way to trigger people.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good thing. We should have prepared for that before. That's a good thing, man.
And the internet is not working now.
Okay. One thing is one thing.
I just wanted to how to say image the comments. Create it and like.
You know what's a good way to trigger people? If you imagine comments, that's something that triggers you. Yeah.
That sounds like somebody in the comment section.
Oh,
I will write a resolution for it.
so this is like offer an explanation. Offer an explanation, like a proper explanation with facts and everything, without it being black or white. Like offer a proper explanation for something.
Okay. Without opinion,
Yeah.
without your personal view of it. Right?
And one other thing that I notice with people is when they ask for advice, and I say ask for advice, they don't want your advice. They just
They want you to listen.
You're a wall to them. You just want to bounce.
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
they want.
Yeah.
You know, and then you say, do you think you had an opinion in this?
Yeah.
I needed your opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Advices when you're not to, I don't know, asked. When you are not to ask about advice, and the people gave you advices.
And the other one is
Give you.
be happy in front of people, and they're like, why are you happy?
Ah, that's a Russian thing.
The Russian thing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And say that someone's like do unpopular opinions. You know, like your Star Wars is it's based on all bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
I-
That totally will not make anybody go
Triggered. No, I remember like just because you were talking about being happy and shit. I remember I was in Russia. I was walking outside of the metro and I was remembering something my friend said. I was smiling, and one guy he just fucking punches me like this,
Really?
and he goes, "What are you, gay?" And I'm like,
Why are you gay?
No, oh, what?
no. The problem was this. When he hit me, I thought that he was my friend, like who recognized me, and he wanted to get my attention. And then I look at him, I'm like, I don't remember you. And then he calls me gay, and I'm like, maybe I remember you. But I don't know, man. It's just-
So he think he know you?
No,
Ah.
it's just
I love this comment.
No, actually that's a rare situation. That sounds like crazy. That sounds crazy.
What were
But
you
I
wearing
believe.
that time?
I was wearing pajamas.
Flag.
I was, no. I was going from I was going to my friend's birthday, so I was wearing whatever I was wearing on the store. The pajamas.
Homeless.
I love this comment. Say anything.
That's a start a podcast. Start a podcast.
Start the podcast.
Okay, and the last question.
Okay.
This is for three guys.
Okay.
What compliments do guys like to receive?
From what? From who?
From women.
From women?
Let's say from women.
You're funny. For me, that's the.
You're funny? No. We're often hear that we are
We're
funny.
funny,
But
yeah.
from men.
From
Which is because you're holding the bucket and you're waiting for their money. It's
Yeah.
You're funny.
Actually, not only when we hosting.
Yeah.
Even in the regular shows, when you perform 5 minutes, so if you stay till the end, somebody will say it to you.
Somebody-
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're just waiting for that somebody.
Yeah, even if you're not was very funny, somebody just
Yeah.
said it to you. If it's not 3 people in the under.
So, what's the compliment guys would like to receive? You know?
For me, this is the best compliment I received. This chick, I did the store, and she's like, which is, for me, it's such a lie, but that's how she felt, and I was happy about it. She goes, "You're so funny, like you feel so confident on stage, like it's as if you own the place basically." I was like, "Oh wow."
No. You're talking about compliment only after the show.
No, not after the show.
question's not about that.
No. For me,
Guys,
people like a girl recognizing I'm funny. It's
I love this comment. Nice cock, bro.
yeah.
I don't know what's compliment.
What?
Maybe about masculinity.
One thing I had, but this was like years and years ago, which was just talk to me. Anybody's talking to me, that's a compliment. I can communicate.
Hello. What's your favorite compliment? Hello, Abed. How are you?
fuck off. Thank you
Yeah.
for this
No,
introduction.
I think the best compliment I know. How to say it in English? I don't know. Адекватный.
Adequate.
Adequate.
Like you are normal. You're not
normal.
crazy.
Ah.
But normal, not in the bad way. Not like normal.
What's a
You're.
normal in a bad way?
Oh, I can explain.
Like a normie. you mean.
Yeah, you don't have any interest in except your job, and your job is at 9-5, and you're just
And then on Wednesdays and Saturdays you go to watch the stand-up show again.
normal people. Usually, when somebody is normal, they don't have personality.
Yeah.
But I mean, once upon a time, a woman calls me addictive,
Attractive?
adequate,
Adequate.
because we're talking about.
You're just like putting the condom.
Because we're full. Because we're talking about a lot of. She was a middle-aged woman, 30 years. And actually it's hard for women to find a husband or long-term relationships in 30 because a lot of men are not single.
Yeah.
They are already appointment. Yeah. Or who is single, they're like something wrong with them.
Yeah.
That's I disagree. I don't know for sure, but women said it.
Yeah.
So, and she said to me, "You're very adequate."
And that was the best compliment
But
ever.
yeah. She means I'm not like insult her. I'm not abuse guys. I'm not like drug addicted.
Don't
Something.
get off Tinder.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That not wasn't Tinder. Wasn't
Anyways.
Yeah.
adequate. Yeah.
What about you, Abed? Quickly.
Mine, I told you, like it was years and years ago.
Just talk.
Anybody. Now I really don't care.
Yeah.
Like you reach an age where like you can say whatever you want to hurt me.
Do you like guys to give a compliment?
Depends
Nah.
on whom. Depends like what is like for me. I would give it when it's that like its place,
Yeah.
Like in stand-up, for example, if someone's funny, fucking hell, man. You were good.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And for women, like all my ex-girlfriend, I love contests. And one day, so long ago, my friend was like, "You're such a kiss ass." I was like, "Yeah, because I love that ass. So fuck off."
Yeah.
No, I'm totally understanding. In our cultures, when you speak with a woman, you're like,
Yeah, man. Do you know how good it is? This is gonna go like for another hour. I really need another kebab.
bro, but
You need to go, I guess.
No. In 3:30.
Yeah.
Now to 2:40.
No,
Okay.
we're finishing. Like,
We're finishing now.
Okay, like it's like I noticed like one thing. Okay, can we close on this? Going back to the toxic. No comedy. Thing.
No
We're gonna
problem.
close on this. When did you realize you want to do comedy? Like this is the thing for me. Because I'm assuming that the three of us here are comedians, are comics. Not even assuming, I know that are comics. That we consider ourselves as comedians, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when did you know that this is what I want to do?
You know, can I?
Yeah.
Or maybe you first?
This is
No,
actually
it's-
something
it's
that
for
triggers
you.
people. Can I?
No. That was fast. I know your jokes about.
No, man. I have no jokes
That-
about
that-
it. I'm always quick. Yeah.
So, I think I'm started to go by this way. On this way, I put myself on this way
Yeah.
before that I realized that I want to be. Because
Yeah.
when I was in school, my teacher, it's a very sensitive story maybe, but my teacher, she was an older woman. She
Good
was
in
very
math, I
smart.
get it.
She was very smart, and
Yeah.
in biology.
I was about to say, be honest, she cheated on you with the German, didn't she?
Yeah. No. She was very smart in biology and chemistry, but she has a dream to be an actress.
Okay.
But it was the USSR. She don't have any connections. And in the theater university in the in the actor school.
Yeah.
They said to her like, look at you, you're little, you're hate, you're little, you're not like
Your height.
yeah.
You're short, basically.
You're short.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're short. You're not cool. You will never be an actress. And she became a teacher. So, but
Well,
she
it's not
always
far.
create like drama theater in the school.
Yeah.
And I was the best. And she loves me. And I was the best. No,
Can I ask something? Did you guys have a drama theater about having sex?
no.
Why are you
Shakespeare-
so obsessed with but sex and teachers?
Because she said biology, and for me, like the first thing that comes to me biology is how a teacher sometimes tries to explain what the sexual intercourse
No, I
is.
think that because I said that was a
Ah.
sensitive story.
Yeah, but no, this is not about sensitivity.
I thought you were talking about like just not necessarily how to explain. Yeah, I get it now. Okay.
I'm thinking like she
Still
said,
bullshit, yeah?
he thinks about like the
You
moment
get
he
it?
said
Yeah.
she's into biology and all of this. My first interest is how did she, because like how to explain that how sexual intercourse because I'm like it was guys and girls.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So
yeah.
I think,
Regular,
like, all the guys
regular
are
Russians.
sitting there going.
Yeah, of
And when you
course.
said drama theater, I was like in my head, oh, she made the theater about this is
Yeah.
how a baby is born.
Yeah.
These are
Kids fuck on the stage.
Okay, so
No. She was like a director, and she made an I don't know.
theater plays and everything.
Yeah, theater plays, Shakespeare, like I don't know, Master Bulgakov, Master and Margarita.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And we always play. And once I remember that our school, me and my classmate, was a Shakespeare like, and we are win in our little city, in the Moscow region.
Yeah.
We are win first place. Our school. We're not even having actor classes.
Yeah.
But within other schools, they have actor classes. But because I just love it.
Yeah.
I just love it, and she loved it. She put all her soul in this, and me too. And in the school, I'm start to perform on the stage, and everybody laugh. And I was a kid, and I just I like it. I kind of like it. And after school, I'm studying university, and everybody don't give a fuck about it. Even we don't have even KVN. Yeah. We have, but not like two people. Just I don't know, just
And it's shit.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
normal KVN.
yeah. Because I'm not from the big university.
Yeah.
So I'm in university. School is over, and I feel like I miss my love. I miss 4 or I miss 2.
I miss something.
Yeah, I miss 4.
I miss play, for example, I miss the theater. I miss
Yeah.
playing.
People smiling and
Yeah,
people laughing.
okay.
Yeah. I miss for that.
You miss that.
Yeah. And I started to think where I can get it. And fortunately, that was in the same year when stand-up comedy in Moscow started to be famous. That was 2017. 2017. That was. So I think that's easiest way. No scholarship, no actor courses, nothing. Just write your name.
Yeah.
Or just write your name and be here at 7.
Yeah.
So I started, and after that, that's kind of cool. I love it. So,
But that's not that's because when did you know that this is what you want?
and after a couple of performances, I
understood
realized,
that. What was the point? When you went what I like to call it, it's when comedy clicked. When you now I understand what comedy is. Now I understand that this is what I want.
Bro, when you perform cool, and you go out on the stage, bro, that's like our drug trip. Yeah, that's you feel
Something that he doesn't
Do.
Yeah, not propaganda.
Only on you.
We're against. Weed is not a drug. So,
The views and opinions of Arkadii only represents him.
Yeah.
Actually, you spell it almost right.
Mussolini.
Yeah. So when I was in Rome, one Indian guy called me Mussolini.
I told him like
He totally looks like.
I was
You
like-
look like a love child of Stalin and Mussolini. only handsomer.
Yeah.
So, thanks. So after a couple of performances, I just realized that.
You like those compliments?
I just realized that I love to be funny. I love when I said something. When I say something.
You get the reaction. You love.
Yeah.
Okay. Omar.
Not any reaction, because silence is reaction too.
No, like the positive.
Yeah.
I love negative reactions.
Yeah, I know.
Like
I was at your show.
for me, it's like a couple of times, like, but mostly it was when I got like did my first big good set, and I was getting a shit ton of laughs, and I was like, I love this feeling, like.
Yeah.
Like, another time was when I was you know the story. I did this. We had this comedy championship thingy,
Yeah.
and I did my best. Like, man, I was so proud of the way I did, and I didn't end up going through, and I was so heartbroken. And I was going in the metro. I was sitting there. I'm like, fuck. I have to quit comedy, man. I'm not good enough.
Oh.
And I had to retire. He wanted to retire.
Yeah. And I was like, I was on YouTube and I saw Dave Chappelle, like, it was like a video of Dave Chappelle performing, and I click on it. I was watching it. Then one guy next to me, he's like, he tapped me on the hand like 3 times. He was like laughing, breaking my bound, and he goes, "Wow, you love Dave Chappelle. Like, not a lot of people know who he is. I respect that. I have a comedy place in St. Petersburg. Come and perform with me." And I was like, this is the nicest thing ever happened to me. It's a sign that I should continue.
Yeah.
And I continued. Never performed with this guy in St. Petersburg. But yeah.
So I have actually last topic.
Please.
Okay.
Sure. He's gonna do.
How many hours?
We're at 2:30.
To fucking hell. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
3. 3.
Well, minus 10 minutes, but okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you like jokes about your heritage? Like, do you like when the guy go to the stage and start joking? I'm Egyptian, so I know how to be a waiter in the hotel, like that.
You
is that-
answer.
So no, or actually it's about you and about me too.
Yes.
Because a lot of
I
guys
get it, I get it.
first words on the stage. I'm Armenian, so yeah.
Yeah.
No, for me it depends. It's a yes and no. If it's 1, 2, if it's for one special, then yeah, okay. But if that's your whole personality on stage, I hate it.
Yeah.
It's not even heritage. There's comedians who talk about sex,
Their own culture.
Like-
About
like-
a certain topic.
a certain topic, and this is you. And I'm like, come on, like, show me something else.
Think about something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's easy. Like, let's say about heritage / culture. It's if it's an easy like joke that, you know, the idea of I'll tell you a joke that every non-white comedian performed in English here. Everyone did it. I mean, fucking everyone. Is when they would say, "I'm in the Kremlin and people take pictures of me."
Where is he? Kremlin?
Yeah,
Kremlin.
they're in the Kremlin, like in the Red Square, and they're like, well, people were taking pictures, and then there were people taking pictures of me
Why I do
because they're like
Foreigners.
a person with darker skin.
Ah.
I'm not joking. Every performer I watched,
I didn't hear.
who non-white performer for the last 8 years, like every performer, they did the same joke. And you know what my problem is? I was like, okay, it is funny, you know? Yeah, the situation is funny. And I heard famous comedians, like 3 famous comedians do the same joke. But the one thing that I dislike is there's nothing after it.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. They are not open that topic. Yeah.
Yes. They just do this, and there's like they don't expand on it. So it's okay. So all you did is just, hey, I'm darker skin, yay. You know, like it's on the surface. Everything on the surface is funny. Like something I noticed about Russian like not Russian like Russian audience, let's say, they love the cultural thing. You know? You do the cultural thing, they love it. Yeah, keep on doing this, and it's on the surface.
Yeah.
But even if it's on the surface, on the surface, I might dislike it. If it's deeper than that, great. So I don't mind. Even if it's their whole story, maybe it is. But I'm not someone who tells someone what they should do.
So you think it's not so important about what are you joking? How are you joking?
One thing, no, there is something about what.
Quality is more than topic.
Yeah, that's it. So if you're gonna do a joke on the surface, go deeper also. Like I would expect something deeper about that. Because that's what I want to be. Be the comedian. Like for me, I want to be the comedian who I want to watch on stage, and that's what I expect from everyone. You know, again, it's expectations. So I sit there and I listen. They do this easy joke, I'm like, oh, where's more? If they don't do more, then when I go, you know.
That's because if you are funny for comedians, you will be funny for the viewers. If you are funny for the viewers, you will be not funny for
comedians. Yeah.
This is gonna go for 30 more minutes, but here's the thing. For me, I don't give a shit if you guys laugh or not. I don't give a shit if the audience laugh or not. You know, thank you for laughing. It's amazing. Like this is good. But I want to talk about what I want to talk about, even if I talk about shit on the surface. You know. But my most important thing is if I talk shit about the surface, I have to be a little bit deeper if I can. You know. If it's just the thing is like this tough like. The surface thing, and then they jump to the next surface thing, that turns me off.
We're talking about it. You know what? One comedian explained me what does it mean alternative comedy. If you are joking about, if you are thinking it will be funny for the audience, it's regular comedy. If you are thinking it will be funny for me, it's alternative comedy. But I disagree.
I disagree. Because I've seen comedians, even now, I've seen comedians who, in England, what we like to say, they pander to the audience. So they give the audience what they want. You know?
Hacky jokes.
For me, I don't think of anything as hacky. Like, I respect the work. Hacky, do whatever you want, you know? Well, this is again for me, but I agree, there are hacky jokes. But if...
well, the surface stuff is hacky then.
For me, there are hacky jokes, but then again, if they're making people laugh, you know? And there's one thing which I understood like 2 years ago. It's be so good, everybody will notice. Be so good, they cannot not notice. Right? They have no Arkadii is amazing. Even if you're in the middle of people doing hacky jokes, you're gonna rise as not the hacky.
Oh man.
That's the thing. But again, they only go to the surface and I'm like, you're not this good.
I want to say I want to say definitely another. Do you remember Alexander Turuta?
Yes.
The guys from Moldova.
Yes. He used to host the English comedy at Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He hosted it for like a short while. Alexander Turuta.
You know what? Now he is a host of English comedy in Yerevan.
And where?
Yerevan, Armenia, capital of Armenia. Thanks,
okay.
Caravan, Yerevan, they're all gypsies, they go all together. And you know Ashot Danilian?
Yeah, of course I know.
Fucking hell. If you ever see him, tell him Abed says zero as edges and fucking like. He'll get it. That guy I really like. That guy didn't care.
I saw him in Armenia.
So I saw him on someone's video.
You should make English comedy show in SPB.
St. Petersburg?
Yeah, I can give you contact.
I won't go there, so thank you.
Yeah.
No, but there are
I know the guy, the Syrian guy there. Michel something. There's a Syrian guy who does English.
I don't know.
So yeah.
That was great. That was amazing.
I'm glad you enjoyed,
I
man.
will never do podcast in Russian.
You should never. Then you're never gonna do a podcast any. No one is gonna, after this podcast. No one's gonna get you, man. No,
We're cancelled.
I had fun with you today, man. Even though, fucking 3 hours, and I'm.
And your asses.
Oh man, I think we're gonna have to do like two.
No,
two
you
parts.
You're gonna do it 2 parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much, Arkadii, for coming.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Okay. Yeah. I'm.
Arkadii, don't
Yeah.
forget that we only did this so that you put us on your open mics without us registering.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Oh.
The only reason.
Yeah. Thank you,
For
man.
every viewer we get. That's extra like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, but we need to say like subscribe, no? Like
Yes.
subscribe our channel. Subscribe Moscow English Comedy Events in TG. If you are will be in Moscow, if you
Oh,
are a
man.
tourist.
Professional.
Yeah. Subscribe. Put thumbs on. I don't know.
Thumbs up.
Or even thumbs
Thumbs
down.
up.
And write a comment. It's good for the algorithm.
Yeah.
That repost it, share with your friends, and subscribe us in the Instagram.
Yeah. Follow us. Yeah.
Instagram, on Telegram.
Links are in description.
Description. Oh, what the fuck, man? You watch so much YouTube. Oh my god. Alright, man.
Anyways, thank you so much.
Thank you, Arkadii. Yeah.
I'm Abed Oisi.
My name is Omar.
Happy to be here. My name is Arkadii Double. Yeah.
I should have said
See you
Hefnawi.
in the next episode.
Bye bye.
Bye.